Morning team, morning. Welcome back. Hump day, it's Wednesday, and well, this market's not changed. All right, this market's not changed. So let's get into it, but you're gonna hear a very familiar patter from me this morning. You can see as we start in the daily chart, we are still building out this range. So we talked yesterday about the key of sort of 25,000 down to the 980s. Sorry, this cold still building. And this is what we're building out. All right, so you can see every pop up here keeps finding sellers, but we're doing nothing more than pulling back into the RBS level. And so far, we're finding support there so far. So we don't want to be overly bearish, do we? It's not like we're breaking down and letting go right now. We're not there. All right, so you have to be aware of that if you are coming into this market looking for the shorts. We are still technically in a bullish move. All right, this is still technically bullish. It still has the ability to come up. We do have contraction of the daily Bollingers, which is what we want to see. All right, so we're going to give it less and less room to go up, and we just have to see what's what. Notice today, again, yesterday we had a failed breakout at the high and we closed inside Monday's bar. Today we're opening inside Tuesday's bar, inside Monday's bar. All right, both these things are happening. So what am I looking at? Very clearly, breakouts and failed breakouts of this tightening range, of the coiling range. So let's get into that on the hourly chart and we can have a look at it. All right, just focus on this chart down here with me. So you can see right now, make sure this is correct. Yes, okay. This is the previous week profile. Right now we're finding bids basically on the edge of previous week value area high. That's very key right now. All the time we continue to find bids here, all right, the market can attempt to rotate up back into those all-time highs. We must respect this, all right? We must respect this. However, all right, yesterday was a strong sell. There's the strong sell. After a strong sell, what do we expect? A pullback, ideally a two-leg pullback, and then what? A retest of this low. If we get that and we start breaking down underneath the previous day value area low and previous week value area high, and especially if we can get under here, right, the 900. So I think if we can get under sort of, what is this, 980s, there's a potential move to 920s. If we get under that, then I think there's a deeper move into previous week point of control. We have a big cluster here. You can see how much liquidity we built. So that would be a big breakout and then coming back down in here. And you can see what that is going to start looking like. All right, so I'm aware of that. I am absolutely aware of that. But I don't want to be early, because if you start trying to get short in here without it shifting lower time frame, they might just do one of these and you're going to get very frustrated, because that's what it's done the last few weeks, isn't it? It's grind and grind and grind and grind. So am I aware of that short? Absolutely. If we can maybe come and revisit somewhere in here, find some failures, come back underneath previous day value area high, failing down to here, partial, and if we build more structure out, maybe a re-add into here. That would be a lovely move. I would love for that to happen. But until that happens, we have to be careful. The same thing said, if we reclaim previous day value area high and we build liquidity above this range, of this boxed in range, then a rotation up there is absolutely possible, isn't it? It's possible. If we can get back above the previous day's value and build liquidity above this range, a move upside is possible, as well as that failed breakout, which will allow this. The same can be said to the downside, because we're boxed in. This is your box, right? Most of it is about 100 points range, right? So failed breakouts down here, right? Something which takes out the lows or comes into this low, or maybe even comes down to this low and then reclaims back in previous day value. That is going to be a failed breakout. And where do we go? The other side of the box, and then probably back into here. So these are what I'm watching for right now. Failed breakouts either side, or breakout retests which build liquidity and hold. Simple as that. Do I want to trade in this 100-point range here? No. Very simply, I do not want to trade into there. I really don't want to trade in there. You can see everyone who tried to get short yesterday afternoon got stuck. Everyone who tried to probably get long for the breakout above here got stuck. There is just a ton of liquidity built out in there, which is why it's point of control. All right, so I'm going to try and avoid trading anywhere inside this as much as possible. Remember, most of yesterday was built inside of this. Asia is inside of this. London is inside of this. You've got 3 sessions of traders trapped inside this box. All right? We're going to avoid that. Avoid it like the plague. Okay. Let's get up into here to the lower time frames. And as always, we're going to go through our VIX and ES and everything else. So I'm going to move this to a 5-minute chart so we can see this all a little bit easier. One thing, if you're really struggling today, I would say the ETFs look fantastic to read. All right. Your spiders, there's your resistance, there's your high, there's your breakdown. Keep failing that, rotate to that, reclaim that, rotate to that. Fail under here, big liquidity pool, back down here. All right, and it's the same story on QQQ. So if you're struggling to read today, if you're struggling to see the levels, it is very, very easy to see it on here. There's your breakdown, there's the retest. If we stay heavy, we probably want to visit under here to here. If we break that, then we can come into the liquidity. It's the same story. All right. ES obviously is the same thing. That's where we're revisiting. Range at the high, fail breakout of that high, made a new low, sweep this back into underside of the range. If we reclaim back to high, if we fail breakout, back to this low. If we fail this, we look for this liquidity here. 41s, there you can see RBS level. We'll probably trade into that 41s if we fail, and if we get under that, then we're going 690, 680s. All right, so nice and simple. Right, let's have a look at the VIX. I mean, that is not really what you want to see. I'm going to be honest. It looks very much like the market. Breakout, pullback, holding, retest. It's not really what you want to see in terms of a pattern. And we're still, are we in most of this range, or have we broken outside of it? Yes. Okay. Well, if it bases above 17s today and slingshots through 1770 and 1750, then market will go risk off. So we're going to watch that. Let's set a price alert up here. So I'm aware, and we'll do one more up here, just in case it does break out and I miss it. All right, mag, into the mag. Apple, getting frustrated with this thing. I'm telling you, I'm getting frustrated with this thing. It's looking worse and worse and worse. I need this push up here. So Apple just flat right now, probably 50% pullback from here, I would imagine. Yeah, bang on. Funny that. Okay, so not really much to do. Still inside its range. It's looking for the breakout on Apple, but if it doesn't get it soon, then it's going to come back down to the bottom side of the range. Amazon finding some bids down here, which is encouraging. All right, sweep of that low on Monday, Tuesday back inside, Wednesday if we can base above 222 we can get going. So Amazon's looking a little bit better. Obviously we've got supply here. We're gapping up on Amazon. So Apple flat, Amazon gapping up, Google pretty much flat. It's actually a slight gap down, but not anything significant. Same kind of story here. All right, there's the double bottom, there's the higher low, there's the push out, there's the retest in. Can we find a bid there today is the question. Depends if they want to turn that buy algo on this morning in the market. I don't see why they would, given that we've just got Fed speakers all day. All right, we're looking at this here on Microsoft, again opening flat. So no big gap ups in the market so far. Nvidia is gapping up. There we go. A whole point. That's not a lot for Nvidia. But again, same kind of story. There's your double bottom down here. Breakout, 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 breakout. Pull back to these levels. This is see why high time frame is important, folks. Otherwise, you're going to think, oh, we're in a big downtrend. Well, we're still above a pivot. Very clearly above a pivot. And Tesla, that looks a bit more ugly, if I'm honest. All right, not holding here. I'd say if it fails into 440 today, it's going to be in trouble back into these lows. And if those get swept, then you've got a lot of liquidity build out here. So still holding on for dear life for now. Well, I wouldn't say dear life. It's had an incredible push, hasn't it? And let's be honest, a revisit of here shouldn't be out the question at some point. Let's have a quick look at the swings. How long we've got? We've got time. We've got time. Okay, lovely. Nice to see. So AMD holding on up here. This is what I want to see. Remember, I'm still looking for that next leg breakout. Long AMD from 58. So I'm long from down here. Okay, there's a breakout. I want this to hold and build out some kind of flag to go higher. Let's have a look at PayPal. Fantastic. That's looking great. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so I want to get up into here in PayPal, and then if we can get above that for the breakout, be great. IREN started pulling back yesterday. I think we had an offering. Was it IREN that had the offering? Yes. Is it still holding on off that offering? Wow. That's insane strength. I'm not touching that. It's got to pull back significantly. VTS is opening. Oscar Health starting to pull back a little bit after taking those highs. I still haven't taken any profit here. Holding, hoping that we get more news on some healthcare deal. This looks good to me. Looking for those new highs. ALB still holding nice. Okay, we look pretty good. Good enough to hold until the market freaks out. Zoom this in. Make sure you guys can see everything. All right, let's see who's in here. Maybe I can do it on this screen, make it a bit easier for myself. Let's close down that poll, see who's in here this morning. Good morning, everyone. Morning, Jeff, Thumper, Clint, Coop, John Dennis, Glenn, Miguel, Mike, Mark, Nihao, Harish, Noah, Troy, Peter, Bradley, Teresa, Brandon, Peter Illis, Kat, Richard, Christy, Jesse, One-on-One, InfoRisk, Gigi, Awani, Toby, Michael, Hannah, Karaoke, Blake, Contorted, ERF, Lou, Mr. Slim, Priska, O&J, Making It Happen, Silent, Umalabi, Luminous, Oaken, Otaku, Chris, Otis Miller, and Freeway. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. If it's your first time joining, this is a 1 minute chart up here that we're looking at. We've gone through daily and hourlies already this morning. Market opening in 20 minutes. You're looking at the flow zones here. This is my flow zone system. You can check out all the information on this via my website. I don't have the buy and sell signals on at the moment because we're in a range, so it will just keep firing off too much at the moment. So I'm just going to ignore that and wait until we get outside the range like we always talk about. And here we go. Here's the market open. So most of the mag opening up flat or green other than Google. Apple's flat. Google is about just under 0.5% down. Let's have a little look at the liquidity on the book here. Not much of a juggle. Not much to aim for. Is there Mr. Algo anywhere? 250 is the biggest order upside, and it's only a 68 lot, 93 lot down at 25k. Nothing too interesting right now. Like I said, I don't really want to trade inside this range that we've currently created. I'd like to see us get out of this. Just going to give it some time here, folks. Morning, Aaron. Okay, ES and Spiders are back down to VWAPs already. So they're already looking like a bit of a failed breakout of that high as they tapped into supply. They're rechecking high time frame algo here. NQ having relative strength here this morning. Pushing off VWAP, reclaiming or taking the New York Open up into this high time frame algo. It's got a London high up there to aim for if it wants to go and take it. And above that, we've got an anchored VWAP into 135s. That'd be yesterday's New York. Let me get my view up on the chart. Okay, so Globex now taken. That's a London high. We're coming into previous day value area high. And above that into 35s is yesterday's New York VWAP. And we have got gap potential up there on the H1. If it really wants to keep going, we can go to 172s. Previous week high, previous day open, somewhere up into there is possible. Well, that H1 gap fill. ES is lagging behind. Tesla's flat on the day, doing the dance. Google just under 0.25% down. Everything else is up. All right, Nvidia 1.39% up. That's the strongest one today. Microsoft 0.5% up. Amazon 0.59% up. Apple 1/3% up. Everything looks good. Google starting to close its gap, trying to go red to green. We're driving into this supply block here. All right, so if you got long this morning, you should already be looking to take some partials here. Here's Globex, his previous day value area high. And if we can get a bid above previous day value area high and build out liquidity, right, if we build out liquidity here, there is a move into here available. If we just fail this and come back into here, then we're probably going to go back down to the bottom side of this range. All right, so I'm waiting to see how we act once we get up here. Are we going to do a breakout retest, or are we going to do a failed breakout? Very, very simple. Very early in the session still. Tell you one thing, we've got a bigger move in this session than we had for the whole of the initial balance yesterday. So the opening 3 minutes here already better than yesterday's initial balance. If we can keep going, that is. Of course, if we can keep going. Morning, Jacob. Wait to see if we can build out some liquidity. Remember, the daily is bullish. Technically, we're bullish on every time frame. It's just that we're inside bar, so we expect a bit more chop and slop. So we're holding previous day value area high there. ES is yet to get going, folks. ES has a relative weakness. It is failing up here. It has not found a bid. Have to be aware of that. We have divergence in the tape yet again. So interestingly, ES is failing and the VIX is driving downside as well. It's very messy out here at the moment. Lack of confluence the last week. What's the Dixie doing? Still finding a bid. Absolutely bizarre. What's the 10-year doing? Selling off. Mad. All right, so do they build liquidity here or do we start failing? ES into its VWAP right here. Does ES finally a bid here at VWAP? Test of previous day value area high. If they build out liquidity here, some form of flag, they have the ability to extend higher today and go and test those next block up here. Remember, we're into an H1 imbalance up here. We can think about swing to swing where we're at. All right, we're at the 50% of this swing, and the golden zone will be into that supply zone. This golden zone will basically start at sort of the 65-ish mark so far. Pulling back to VWAP here. Yes, trying to find a bid around its VWAP. Not convinced yet. Tesla now gone red. Google selling. Oh, this cold is dreadful. Yes, big sell here. Back down to the bottom side of its range. Big sell back down to the bottom side of. Oh, I should refrain from saying big, but a decent size sell off those highs this morning. Back to the bottom side of its range into its high time frame algo. Is that? I'm going to back test that. What are you there? What are you there? So liquidity is resting here. 66s, 65s, and 64s on ES as it gets heavy into the bottom side of its rotation from its pre-market levels. Spiders hanging right at that 5-day. These are big, big levels, folks, across the ETF. So can the ES and Spiders find a bid here? Tesla now 1.5% down, starting to drive. That's the weakest one out here right now in the mag. Still holding on here in the NQ. Still waiting to see if and how we set up here. Are we going to fail here for that rotation, or are we going to build some kind of little pullback and reclaim? Are we going to build sort of one of these to come up into here, or are we going to get stuck under here and rotate? So I'm just being patient and waiting. Still very, very early. ES back into looking for that liquidity lower by the looks of it. Starting to really sell heavy here on the ES. Starting to really sell heavy here on the ES. So back into the edge of this pre-market range. Now, you'd imagine they'll try and find some bids here. If they don't find bids here, then ES can close the gap. If they find bids here, it's a different story. So finding bids down there. Did it sweep? It swept a little bit. You'd expect to move lower first, to be honest. Divergence still at play. So ES all the way down at these lows right here. NQ up at these highs, trying to bid over previous day value area high. The divergence clearly at play. Google closing its gap, trying to go red to green. Tesla, the weak one this morning. Everything else looks okay. I'm unconvinced right now. No clear failed breakout. And it's going to be hard to time NQ if we are trading the stronger asset here today. If it doesn't want to sell and catch ES up, it's going to be very hard to trade. We're still above that New York VWAP. And we're still above previous day value area high right now. ES finding a bid at those lows, like we said, edge of the range, edge of the pre-market range. Finding a bid. Probably comes back up to VWAP and tests this midpoint. Absolutely nothing we can do here. We are trying to build that bullish liquidity out. It's very hard to trust this if ES is going the other way. VIX is starting to find a bid now at the 17s. Why do they keep doing this and go in the opposite direction? It's probably just because the sectors are trading very, very differently. If you look at healthcare right now, healthcare, banking sector, tech sector, they're all trading very, very differently. The divergence has been clear at play for quite a while now. It's not like just a recent thing. I would say it's been for 5 or 6 weeks. The divergence has been absolutely clear. And since even before this new contract, I thought it would be sorted out on the new contract. It hasn't been sorted out. It's arguably got worse. So we have a lack of news because they've shut the government down. That's not helping. We're not sure whether going risk on or risk off. We're frothy at highs. Everyone's calling, saying this is ridiculous. The PE ratios are ridiculous. We're too high. We're too high. We're in a bubble. But, you know, bubbles normally go for 18 months longer than people think. There's plenty of room in this market to go up still. Okay, so here you go. Relative strength in the Qs. They're holding on. There's flags starting to play out. I'm not in this. Hard to trust it when ES is doing that dance for me in how I play. But it looks good. Probably going up for that previous week value area high at the moment. So 15-minute orb now set, folks. Yes, stuck at its VWAP. Lots of the mag going red here. So Apple going green to red. Amazon going green to red. Google going green to red. Tesla already red. So just want to be careful here if this is the failed breakout. They're only doing the dance, right? They've only closed, they've gone and closed their gaps. They haven't necessarily flushed all the way through their gaps, just to make you aware. Let's see. If we start failing back underneath previous day value and ES starts selling, it's a whole different ball game. So far, we're still holding previous day value area high. If we bid above that, why is this fired early then? You're right. Well, that's weird. So TradingView's absolutely on one because that is saying 15 minutes and it's just printed it. Well, TradingView's gone mental today. That's like week 3 of TradingView since they've done the update of it being terrible. Okay, it's moved it now. Maybe it's just adjusting it with it now. Whoever coded the latest update of TradingView, terrible. It's been sluggish. It's had errors on. It's failed to load screens. Been really poor. Okay, watching ES into this lows. If ES starts flushing the lows and we start getting underneath previous day value area high, I am going to consider a short here. Yeah, so far finding a bid at those lows just about. If we start failing under VWAP, under previous day value area high, I'm going to consider a short. Here's the retest of it. ES now taking its liquidity at those lows, or like the timing of here is going to be hard. So ES has just stolen all the liquidity at the lows. So Timing this is going to be tricky because if it takes that liquidity and turns back upside, then it's got nothing else to aim for. Thanks for letting me know there, Tirewood. So have these always extended with it? I don't feel like they have, but maybe I'm having a brain fart. All right, still holding previous day value area high. Still not in a trade. Still waiting to see. Timing this with ES is going to become increasingly difficult here. Starting to look more like a failed breakout, but we're still above previous day value area high. We have to respect that. Have to respect that. The ES builds out this bear flag and breaks down. I'm more interested. Right now, it's swept all the liquidity other than 6:20 a.m., which was what 764.25. All right, here's VWAP and previous day value area high. This is the key level now. If we start flushing under this and we start getting back inside the range, we can play edge to edge. If we hold this, we cannot play it. I'm going to delete this just so it's a bit easier to see. All right, if we base above this, we can extend that leg. If this is a failed breakout, we come back down to the other side of this. All right, that's as simple as that. Doing the dance. All right, ES starting to break down here. Can we build out liquidity to go lower now? We've got to have some form of shape. There's the break. A starter on here. Moving, stop in because I don't trust this yet. Nice tight stop. Don't trust it. If ES takes that liquidity at 764.25 and turns around, it's going to be impossible to trade this. Not going to give this room. Definitely not giving this room to New York high. I'm not going to give it that much room. Probably to those 33s. ES was a tick short of a sweep there. Let me check the ETFs. ETFs have swept. So gap fill possible if they stay heavy. And it's just chopping around. You've now got Tesla finding a bid. Oof, taking this off straight away. Tesla finding a bid. Google. Oh my God, what are we doing, Mag? Tesla's found a bid. Nvidia's found a bid. Microsoft's 1/3% up. Google's 0.5% down. Amazon's 0.18% down. Apple's 0.17% down. So a small loser there to start my day. Might have jumped the gun a bit there, but I was watching ES. That is disgusting from ES. It didn't sweep. So we've left double bottoms down there. We'll come back for that later, no doubt. We'll come back for that later. Maybe impatient. Maybe a bit impatient from me there. After missing out on yesterday, I was like, right, get a good entry today, please. Oh, MAGA a mess. 3 of them down, 4 of them up. They don't know what to do. VIX is still driving higher, and ES found a bid. Absolute mess. Cluster F of a session so far. In terms of Confluence, I'm just going to be patient. Wait for more momentum. Just took a 10-point stop loss there. Nothing major. Still producing high highs and high lows. Have to respect it. Yes, still failing VWAP. You do it now. I'm going to get really peed off with you. Let's have a look. Where's that 61? I might need to wait for a deeper retrace if it's going to fail. Well, this can technically be leg 2 on an hourly. and this can be this on an hourly, so this can be the second leg, which is ideal after a big sell. It is more ideal. I tell you what though, if we start reclaiming 180s, I think the shorts are going to get squeezed out. Oh, well, maybe I should have been bidding off value area higher here. Very hard to do that, watching ES sweep the low, well, at the time trading down into the lows and VIX pushing higher, but maybe I should have been buying value area high for the extension. We did say if it builds liquidity here, we probably need to bid off. And it only dipped below. That was a bit apprehensive of me, and the flow zones were up, so it's probably my own fault there, looking for that breakdown. Just took a stop there, so short in here, took the stop there, and new highs. Probably needed to wait for one of these. That's my own fault. Is what it is. Spoofer at 110, is there? 110? You mean 210? Oh, underneath. I see him. That's the market liquidity provider. The 900 lot. He's not on here, is he? Yeah, that's a market maker. That's a liquidity provider. I wouldn't worry about it too much. This guy. Don't worry about him too much. All right, ES gone from top side of the range to low side of the range to top side of the range, all since the open. Mental. Well, here's your 40-point trade-off, value area high, if you weren't a plonker like I was. Should have just bid off it. Should have just bid off it. I bet this said to bid off it. It fucking did. You're an idiot, Alex. I can show you the start of my day so you can see. All right, just 10-point stop loss. That's all it was. All right. Like I said, might want to drive. So you've got first stop on supply here, then you've got previous week high, previous day high above. Oh, ranging markets, aren't they fun? You can see I do not trade ranging markets particularly well. Never have, never will. They're not my market. All right, liquidity here into that 61 fib. You can see it on the book, 65, 70, 75, 80. Through there, we can go previous day open, which would be 185, and then previous week high, which would be 196. Through that is previous day high all the way up here. So that's previous week high, previous day high, fib. I wasn't a plonker and in this. Oh, nice. You took the trade up. Nice. Nice work. 4-hour gap might close. Yeah, but very possibly. That's basically into here. That's the 4-hour gap. 1-hour gap, 4-hour gap. Same point there because that candle was the 10 to 11 a.m. transition. And ES failing the top of that range. All right, so ES has just traded from top side of the range to bottom side of the range. Swept some, left some. Traded to the top side of the range, left the liquidity. Traded back down to the middle of the range. ES is going to make our job today particularly hard. If you're like, what is he on about? This is what I'm on about. All right, so what have we done at the open? All right, we've traded from top to bottom. Swept some, left this. Turned around, traded to top, left this, traded back inside. This is god awful. Can't use that. This is terrible. So you can see I'm making an effort to clean my language up. This is terrible. It's going to make our life very, very hard. And like I said, relative strength in the Qs are going to be the hardest asset to short today. Long already, Caesar? Nice. Yeah, that long, where I tried to get short, unfortunately, was a long trigger. I don't know why I've done that. I've been apprehensive. I've seen ES trade down here, and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to catch up. And that's why you don't do what you think, and you do what's in front of you. So that cost me this move. All right, previous day value area high, bidding off it, we trade higher. All right, until we fail under here, we trade higher. So it's my own fault. No one to blame but myself there. Unfortunately, at least I moved my stop in. Yes, trading right the way back down into where it's just bid off. This is some funky action today. VIX trying to close its gap. All right, back into flow zones, back into view up. Back inside the opening range. So no breakout outside of the opening range right now. This is drive 3. 1, 2, 3. If they get through here, they're going to test this kind of area here. If they start rotating under here, we can think about the rotation. But right now, I'd say a lack of edge. And we've got Fed talkers all flipping day just to make it hard for us. What's the date? So yeah, 9:30. We've got bar talking now. We've got FOMC minutes at 2 o'clock. That's probably what the market's going to react to, even though it's pointless. But given that there's no news, that's what it react to. Then you've got Kashkari at 3:15, and then Bar obviously isn't bored enough and is going to talk again at 5:45 today. Who's got the energy to do that many talks? Beyond me. Right, Q's. Good shove up here. It's a good shove up here. I'm still in nothing. I've taken that one small loss today so far. So patient. Need a good trade now. I'm just looking at ES. I'm like, how can I find a good trade here? Dreadful. But we are above previous day's value. So we're above previous week value, above previous day value. Technically, we're bullish, but then I zoom out in the H1. I'm like, gosh, that doesn't look very fun. That does not look fun. Right, if we come down, this is like what I hate to see down here. This is how I know it's going to be hard to trade. We've got this sweeping this, this sweeping this, this sweeping this, this sweeping this, but holding this. This can maybe take this, but hold this. This is all we're in. Oh, I'm not very good at trading these. I've never been good at trading ranges because they go against everything I do. There we go. It's an awful look. It's an awful look. You're building out a giant one of these right now. I mean, no thank you. And this can easily be visited, and this can easily be visited, all right? That's not what I like. Definitely not what I like. It's not my favorite action. Okay, coming back into that supply up here. This is your over-under. All right, this is where we failed from yesterday. All right, once we started failing these sort of 180s yesterday, these were big levels. That's where we got the big sell-off. So you're trading back upside. If you're still in this long, you look good. 185 is your previous day open. 196 is your previous week high. That's the old all-time high. And if you get through that, the current all-time high is 274, 275, might as well call it. I think it's 274. No, it's 270. It is 275. Bang on the quarter. Oh, you caught that long from London loot. Oh, that's a nice trade. Yeah, nice loot. Very good. So, question, Lou, did you enter that London low on the retest of the Asia low, or were you in pre-market at like 8 a.m.? So did you enter... Where's 8 a.m.? Were you in here for this retest, which is really nice? Here, double bottom, double bottom. Were you in here? That was probably a pretty obvious buy, Alex. Now I'm looking at it more. Were you in here or were you in here? the more I look at this, the more I was like thinking I should have been slightly more long biased in there. So maybe an error for me today, to be honest. Zooming out and looking at that. Have to be honest, have to be able to self-reflect. That, I don't, did we sweep there? We did sweep there. That was probably a good buy. That was a very good buy opportunity there. So I have to be honest and self-reflect. That is a miss on my behalf there. That is an absolute miss. Hindsight easy, eh? But that is a miss. Got to own it. You have to own it if you're going to improve in this game. You've got to be able to go through your trades or the trades you miss and see what you've missed out on. That was fairly obvious. I wouldn't say it was an A+ because it was in the range, but it was a fairly obvious trade. Pre-market. Nice, Lou. That's a really good trade, Lou. Really, really good trade. Really, really good trade. Really good. Well done, buddy. You can see the good thing with how I trade is I make an error, but I don't give it room when I'm like, $100 is nothing. All right, previous day open being tapped here. Through that, you've got previous week high, which is the old all-time high. ES is trying to join the party. VIX is trying to get back under the 17s. We have lots of sellers here into the 200s. Let's have a look if there's a liquidity provider above. Yeah, 250 is on the tape. Okay, this is now a genuine player. All right, I thought this was an algo. This is now a genuine player. So someone is trying to bid a 900 lot of 25,111s. We are in straight bull territory here. So failed breakdown yesterday again. It was a decent breakdown, but we failed to take out any pivots. Bulls come back in. Shorts get trapped at that lows. We are well over that range. Did we retest here? We did. I mean, this gave. This is a miss from me, folks. The more I look at this, this is a miss from me, right? Because we talked about that pre-market. And we talked about it in Discord. I think I drew it out very, very clearly this morning, I would imagine. All right, right here. This third move, right? This is what we're doing. All right, we're over it. That is a miss from me. Own it, move on. All right, next trade. Not talking about that anymore. Let it go. So just waiting now. Can't join here. There's your clear out of previous week high. If you're in this long, you've got to take a partial into this. This is the clear out of the previous week high here. Market's getting going. All of the mag now green other than Google. VIX at that 17 level that we keep talking about. Your next level, if we're going to trade up through this, will be the 274, 275. So you've got another 75 points in this if it can find a bid. If it can find a bid. As in, if it can find a bid through previous week high. Right, so the new H1 here. This H1, there's a gap into 17. So if they fail up here, if we're going to fail towards the top side of the range and not take highs out and not make new highs, then I'd be watching that gap fill. So failing the old all-time high, previous week high here so far, but we're still very, very bullish. This can keep moving higher. Can absolutely keep moving higher here. Is this a buy and close your eyes day? That's what it's starting to feel like. It's starting to feel like a buy and close your eyes. It's not going to let me in. It gave me the opportunity and I missed it, and it's not going to let me in. What a fucking move above previous day value area high. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's your 100 points. I'm trying to move on. Mentally, I'm trying to move on from missing this. It's 2 days in a row. Well, yesterday I got it right and got stopped out. Today I've got it. My action has got it wrong. All right. This is your next stop, folks. If you can get up here, fantastic. You are coming into that golden pocket, all right? Just be aware if we go from old all-time highs, I'm going to draw it out for you so you can see it on the screen, old all-time highs to that low pivot of yesterday, you are banging the golden pocket, all right? So 16s will be your 786, and that will be the gap fill. Through that, we can build liquidity, all right? So if we zoom this whole thing out, if we're going to complete a cup and handle here, if we don't fail here, all right, if you get this and we start building out acceptance here, this will be a move higher. If we fail somewhere up here, you probably need a back check of this before doing that move. Okay, you can see. So Tesla's gone red to green. This is going to pull back to that previous week high and previous day open, and it's going to see if they can find a bid here. You are extended. You are extended. This pillow starting to hurt me. Leather seat starting to give up on me here. I need a new chair. I've been saying that for weeks now. No, I haven't touched anything, Raf, after that. I apprehensively tried to take a short at previous day value area high looking for the rotation, and I stopped out at 30. So I gave it 10-point wiggle room, stopped out. Should have flipped long straight away. Haven't. And now just waiting. Now adding liquidity higher here. So 250 now on the book. ES absolutely flying. VIX is dumping. I will need a significant pullback to get involved in this. Okay, I'm not going to trust that, but the edge of range down here is of slight interest to me. We are very extended here, folks. Very, very, very extended. This is a very steep trend line right now. Nice, Richard. Why don't I short the top? Are you joking, Hannah, or is that a serious question? Why would I short this? Why would I short this? Absolutely no structure to short this. No momentum to short this. You are in an absolute guessing game if you're shorting this. No way, mate. No chance in hell are you catching me shorting this. If we shift structure and momentum, sure. But if you're shorting this, you're the reason we're going up right now, right? Why do you think we're moving up right now? I tell you what, it's not longs piling into the market. It's shorts stuck. Right, there you go. More shorts just got stopped out there again because we just made another high. All right, so why would you short this? All right, when I got short was what? It was still early, but I was looking for that breakdown. I stopped out the moment we reclaimed this. Right, everyone tried to short this, blown out. Everyone to short this, blown out. Everyone trying to short this, blown out. Where do you think we're going? Why do you think we're going there? Because shorts keep doing the moron trade. Let's just guess the top. Let's guess the top. It's got to come down. It's got to come down. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to do anything, all right? Because if you zoom out right now, who's caught in this market? We talked about it yesterday. I would have preferred a gap up this morning. Lots of liquidity built in here. If we bid above this, shorts in here get stuck and get squeezed. If we do a fail breakout and turn around, then the buyers who come in get rolled over under here. If we fail this, buyers in here get stuck and we roll over. If we do a fail breakout reclaim, shorts, breakout shorts get stuck. Right now, the only people stuck are shorts inside of here. That's who's stuck in this market right now. No one else. Remember, the pro trend is what? It's upside. You scalp. It doesn't matter if you scalp. What are you risking off? Literally, it matters zero, even if you scalp. You are not playing off structure. You are asking to get hurt. What matters if you scalp? Okay, I'm going to guess this high here. I'm going to put my stop here. All right. And what happens if you get slipped on that stop to here? The scalp, even if you're going to scalp, you want to see a shift in structure. All right. Because even if you scalp, the scalp will be back down to here. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more on that. We talk about it on here every day. Shorts will scout this and get 10 points and be like, see, I knew it was the top. And then the next time you'll lose 50 points and you won't admit it. It's the same old story all the time. Right, let's see. ES building out some nice volume here at 83s right now. So ES very, very thin below 83. I'm going to put some profile on here because we've done a pretty big move here in the morning. Okay, so you can see that's value. We're trying to build out volume here. Right, this reminds me of, like, I think it was one day last week where we kept building volume and build up, and then we build new volume and we go up, and we build new volume and we go up. Never once did we fail and back test the old volume. It reminds me of last week. One day last week, I can't remember what day it was. Someone can remind me. We did a trend day all day. It was very slow, but it was just up, 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 nice and slow. I don't know, I say nice. Nice is the wrong word. Horribly slow. I agree, Alex. They might actually do a quick head fake down to suck more in shorts. Yeah, I mean, that's the usual move after doing something like that, isn't it? Like a little sweep, turn around and go back upside. Right, something like this. It's very possible. Especially if they're thin in here. I mean, they might just come under here. They might not even come down here. I can't join this now. I've missed my opportunity, so I just got to be patient and wait. You can see on the book, they're lifting offers. So 220. So they're lifting 15s. They want 220s. And then they go 225 and then 250s possible. Remember, if we build out liquidity up here, we're going to complete that cup and handle. Right? If we can build out liquidity up here once we get there, this is the handle to go higher. Okay, bigger seller trying to step in here at 20s. He's just been filled. Lots of buying taking place here, filling all these sellers. So delta aggressive to the buy side still put out. Until we trap buyers, and then I'm not looking for shorts, right? Alex, sometimes I hear protect the high volume node, and sometimes I hear protect the low volume node. That's confusing for me as well as others. How do we pick? I would say, like, this is how I think of it, right? For me, if this is the high volume node, it's the same thing, right? So if they're going to protect buyers right now, think of this as RBS levels, both of these, right? This is your support, this is your RBS. If they're going to protect this, what are they going to do for the trap? They're going to allow a very small dig into that low volume node and come back, right? So I want to see the edge of a high volume node and some of the low volume node protected. If we trade underneath a high volume node and we reject it, then you're going to trade down to that next node and next node and next node, and the same thing will apply then. Does that make sense? So buyers, for me, will want to protect this pocket, and the traps will live in that pocket right here, underneath the swing with a reclaim, right? Which is why we don't play short looking for this move. The only time we do that is if we start rejecting volume, and then we use the high volume node as a resistance level to trade lower. No worries, mate. I mean, it's the same concept as elephant bars or engulfing bars, whatever you want to call them, leaving an imbalance here. Buyers will want to protect that, right? Just a little tap in, fill some of the imbalance and go. It's all the same concept, it's all the same thing. It's just different ways of looking at it. This is starting to feel, I can't remember what day it was last week, but this is starting to feel like that day where we just build shelf after shelf after shelf after shelf after shelf. Somewhere in here, if we're going to go higher, I will want to see this kind of structure built. I want to see a fail, but before taking the high, right? And some form of liquidity built to try and encourage shorts to come in. If we're going to make moves for new all-time highs today, that's what I'm going to have to wait for. Yeah, keep grinding, NQ. Yeah, for you lot, keep grinding. Oh, ES did that shuffle dance today in a 10-point or 12-point range and has absolutely ripped faces now. Big volume node here in ES where we're trading into. Big volume node on the spiders here. I'm going to get a refill while I wait. I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see that was a good example of protecting the high. Why is there... Hang on. You need to be building out. There we go. All right, so this is just what you just asked, Coop. So this is trying to protect this level right now. All right, so buyers will want to protect this level here. So their first job is to try and protect the high volume node, then to protect the next edge of the high volume node, and if they fail, to protect just under it. If they then fail this, this will then be the counter trend short. I'd say very good chance, if they're going to do a little failure, it's going to be a trap into here at the moment. Very good chance they do something like this, because we want to build out liquidity here to get up here. If they don't take this high, we zoom out, right, then this liquidity here will be used, right, to come and take these guys out. Did we make a new high in New York? Oh, look, the high wasn't made in New York session. That definitely remains in play in that case. It's a big squeeze out here. Morning, Tyson. Morning, everyone. Do me a favor, team. Smash that like button. I want to do a giveaway today. We got to get to 125 likes today. We're doing an Apex giveaway. And I'm going to give away the introduction trading course. The course that's $99. We'll give away a few of those today as well. So if you're new to the channel, new to trading, that will help you. If you've been on the channel a long time, won't help you so much, but you can give it to a friend. I'll let you give it to someone else. So back into volume. It's literally what we just talked about. So the edge right here, I would say, is basically 202s. You might as well call it twos. Market's still pumping. VIX getting absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed on the VIX. And all of the mag green other than Goog. Goog is trying to catch up. AMD. Let's go! Let's go, AMD. 220s now. Let's go, baby. Oscar Health not doing so well, but AMD looking fantastic. That's what I'm talking about. Get your ass out of there. Looking for that breakout 226s. Looks really good now. If AMD can now hold pullbacks, let's bloody go. Beautiful, man. Glad I held on to that now. Starting to get a little bit worried that I hadn't taken profits. I put a smile on my face. Well, I can tell you now, I make a lot more money from my swings than I do from these. I mean, I'm in from 58, so let's call it 60. So 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 220. Up $60 a share. What led to the selling yesterday? Just a liquidation break. Just. I don't think it was necessarily a news event. I think it was just a liquidation break. Same kind of thing. All right. If you look at where we built liquidity, All right, there's your breakout. This level here, there's your breakout. Buyers tried to make a new high, failed in New York session, broke down underneath. This is the key level, isn't it? Right? Everyone's now trapped up here. We leave them trapped, and there's your liquidation break. Same thing as here, the other way. Where's your liquidation break the other way? Exactly what we had this morning, which is why Alex missed this. Should have been long, right? There's your liquidation break. Trapped sellers, trapped buyers. Rule 101 in the market. Who's trapped? Trade their pain. All right? Trade their pain. Why is this not extending? Put that on twice now. Firewater. Yeah, I've always traded shares, mate, but I'm just swing positions, long-term swing positions. Long-term swing positions. I share all my positions and all my what I'm looking at always in Discord. Me and Coop having a very good few months. I forget who it was. Someone made $4,000 on 172 call options with me in chat. You can make yourself known. I can't remember who it was. They were here yesterday or the day before. Got that big gap up and they sold. I'm holding on. I honestly, I think if I'm still trading on this channel in 2-3 years time, I think AMD will be in the 500s. That's what I think. So I'm just trying to pick up long-term comfortable positions. Oscar Health not helping me out today. Aga, that was it. Aga made 4K on those calls. Okay, back to current day value area high. Now, where we start getting thin is underneath this. So the trap, if they're going to trap, it will be down here. Now, what I would say is this is the first attempt which has not made a new high. The second leg will probably be down into here, and then the recovery can be for those new highs. All right, if they fail to reclaim that point of control, if we leave buyers stuck above this point of control, so if you get a strong momentum candle down and we leave buyers stuck above POC, if these buyers remain stuck, that is where a sell will happen. Not until then. Otherwise, a two leg, a recovery, and up here is very, very possible. Remember, you've got previous week high here, previous day open here, lots of things. So previous week high is at 96s, previous day open is at 84s. Momentum is very bullish today. I'm just starting to see the start of a pullback, nothing more than that. I'm not against the sell, but it's going to have to really show me that it's leaving lots of buyers trapped here. At the moment, I'm not convinced of it. It can offer a very deep pullback on the hourly if it really wants to do that. These are my flow zones, right? So everything you're looking at is the Flow Zone Pro. I should have left my signals on this morning. I took them off because I was like, we're in a range, it's going to annoy me. It's going to fire too much, but I bet it fired a good buy signal this morning. I absolutely know it did. There we go, pre-market buy. Nothing since then. Straight buy signal this morning. So everything you're looking at here, literally everything you're looking at other than the VWAP, this is the Flow Zone Pro system. You can grab it on my website, flowzonetrader.com. All the links are down below. Contorto made good money on this today, move up. So I'm just going to sit back and watch, not going to jump in unless it's A+ move. Yeah, if you've made good money on this, just be happy with what you've got. It's a great move this morning. Out of that range, back into bull territory. All right, watching this VIX. VIX starting to return back inside. So see if we can see a push up from VIX here and then a failure. And see if we can get some form of some form of bear trap. We don't want to sell too aggressively. If we sell too aggressively, we're going to leave buyers trapped at these highs. All right, if we sell too aggressively, we're going to leave buyers trapped at these highs. We want like a two leg and a recovery, and really we don't want to come down into here. Really just want a little dip down into there would be fine if it's going to do the recovery. I'm not going to play the dip. I'd need to see the return back in, right? Because otherwise this becomes available, as does this, as does this. This is where we broke out from. If it really wants to come back here, it can. So this edge starts here into the 96s, and then we start to get a little thin. Contorted, thank you again. Great analysis as always. You're welcome, bud. All right, here we go. So this is what's important now. Now, if they don't reclaim this, this is where we leave buyers trapped. So watching to see, do they manage to come down here, trap sellers to come in and reclaim? Yes, very similar. It can offer a very big pullback here, given the breakout. We've not tested where we've broken out from technically. Right, so far, they are, as always, looking to trap bears. So watching this carefully. Momentum's very strong upside. We've got targets above to go for if it wants to. Big if. Go back to that previous week high. We're dancing around in this kind of interesting level here. This is in that sort of low volume node we just talked about. So we want to see, do they dip and rip in here? Or do they go risk off? Was that one giant squeeze up? And we're going to leave late buyers trapped. Just waiting for the setup here. Open to both. I'd rather see the bullish play because the momentum has been so bullish today. But we can afford a deep pullback. The H1 transition, H4 transition is 75. So I'm also aware of that, where that candle would go green to red. Gosh, I missed an absolute gimme, didn't I? What a gimme. It just shows, folks, like you can have years and years of experience and still just have a brain fart when you come to the computer and get it wrong. In a move like this, what is usually indicated that it's going to continue to let it rip up? The trap. The trap. If it retraps shorts, all right, think about who's playing short here. People guessing tops, people guessing this top here versus this, right? If we trap here, then this is what lets me know we're going to go up. It's that move there, right? Because you got to think, that's the failure to make a new high. Shorts have come in here. This is the second leg into the low volume. This is the protection. If we reclaim this, then I would say we're very highly likely to make a new all-time high today. If we reclaim point of control and we build out to the right, we're probably going to make a new all-time high today. You can see here, it's funny you say that, Alex. I was just looking at the delta here. So look at this sell delta here. Right, so we know lots of shorts have come in versus this now. Right here, where it looks like big buying, it's actually a ton of selling. Lots of shorts have come in here. This is their trigger. 08s. 08s is their trigger. Right, so if we reclaim that, they're going to get a little bit sweaty hands. I'm learning English from you. This is my word of the day. Which oh, brain fart. A brain fart, yeah. So you can see so far shorts are comfortable versus that POC in 08s, right? So far they're comfortable. I don't think that's going to last very long. Just how I feel, not how it's setting up yet, how I feel. There's lots of buyers down here, 180, 175, 165. That's pretty deep. So they're looking for that move back towards VWAP to get picked up. What's that H1 transition? 75s, right? They're looking to play the H1, H4 open. And I feel like I've just been bitten. I've never understood why does strong buying with a big green volume candle, but the bottom portion shows more selling. This is delta and this is volume. So remember, delta is your market orders effectively, right? It's the strength of the orders. This can include passive orders. That's the difference. So you probably had a lot more market selling there than you did passive buying, right? And the biggest market selling probably happened at these lows, right, guys, chasing it. So if we don't break down under 92s, right, then the passive buyers are going to take control and the market sellers are going to be stuck. Now you're starting to see this. I'm starting to perk my interest here if we can get back above POC and start to build out. Big if right now, but it's starting to perk my interest. And how does this like local people approve them to get the streamers out at 7 a.m. outside my window? Can you guys hear that humming? It's good that you can't hear it. All right. All right. Looking good here. Looking like they're trying to shape up for it. Not there yet. Need to see it reclaim, have a push and a pull. And when they're going to get in sensitive area here, you can see this is the most volume traded. This is considered fair value on the day. If buyers take control here and we move away from fair value, it will be considered cheap. I think we'll make a new all-time high. So are the only options called on the disc are the option that they're not options, they're just swing positions. I don't trade the options. Coops and some of the others trade the options. I trade the commons on them. I'm trading the actual stocks. This is looking very good now, and I think those sellers are starting to get themselves a little bit stuck here. Watching this for the long now. Need a little bit more of a build out here. What's the 5 minute doing? 5 minute repriced, all right? 5 minute looked really good. 5 minute imbalance repriced. So if we look at this, where we had that big push, where buyers broke out, breakout buyers in here, we repriced. Can we go higher now at this point? This is why you don't guess tops. This is why you have to understand the structure and how the market likes to work. To go higher, it likes to trap in more shorts. It's as simple as that. To go higher, we trap in more shorts. Here we go. We called this about 10 minutes ago now. We called this 10 minutes ago. Now you're going to start to see how the market works in real time. So if we break above 22s, that's where the short stops are. So think about it. Shorts, they played here versus this high. Then you had breakout shorts play here. So this is where all the shorts are. Then you had a ton based on delta chase down here. They're already stuck. If we take this out, we're going to do a stop hunt to the highs. As simple as that. Night shorts, basically. ES making a new high here as well on the New York session. You can't hear. Hang on, what's happened? Can you hear? No, that probably won't give a retrace. If we're going to go, we're going to have to join. So ES breaking here. Could maybe your speakers. I'm not sure, buddy. Sorry. Not sure, my friend. All right, new high there on ES. NQ lagging behind. Some sellers here into 225. So this is the area. Did we just pop that? Did just sweep that first level. Would have liked to have seen that start to extend. It's going to have to build liquidity out here in this area now. You need to be careful because of how ES is acting. ES just took the high. So ES has already done the move. This is where bulls will want to hold for this play here. Failing to do that, the opportunity comes off the table. Unfortunately, the moves happened in ES. ES has already taken this. So you've got divergence there. But if we can build out liquidity here, I'm looking for this. If we can build out liquidity there, that's what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, ES has done the move. That's quite frustrating to see. But here we go. All right, let's have a little stab then. Let's see if we can get going here. Versus these flow zones, if they're going to hold those dips. Want to see really a break above 225 with strength. Zoom into ES here. It's that high, it's that transition. Oh yes, you look dirty. You're going to do me dirty here because you're going to go into 800s. VIX new lower day. Okay, we're looking good. Build out the right shoulder. POC 207s, mark that on here. 207s, what's the edge? 31s. Come on, ES, new breakout here. Help me, help me, help me, help me. Here we go, folks. Come on, NQ, stop being a fanny. Don't you dare have one of those days where you don't do it and ES does. All right, 225, 230, 240, 250, all on the books. Here we go, folks. Right shoulder being built. Let's go. Let's go. No fanning around, please. Let's go. Go. No fanning around. Don't be a POS, NQ. Such a shit to trade recently. Get your ass up. The problem we're going to have here is this move here. This is what's going to make it hard. Just like it did at the lows, it's going to make it an absolute pain in the butt at the highs, right? The divergence. Why can't we get this move here like this is? So this is going to need to base above. If this fails underneath IB, then I can't size into NQ. Oh, NQ's such a shit to play. Using it to gauge the strength and using it to gauge the strength also of like how much the whole market wants to move together. Do we have breadth in the market? Tesla going red here and Google going red here. All right, I'm taking this off as well. So already scalped some out. So back to break even on the day. Let's see if I can get a re-entry here. Got to be careful because ES is right at that initial balance. So ES is a good sign of breadth for me because that's like sort of the top 500 without it being weighted into the top 100 and mag so heavy. Let me have a quick look at Tesla here. Tesla doing a bit of a bear flag back down on the previous day low. Got to be careful there. Google, that's just a bit of a mess, but it actually looks okay for upside. Amazon looks good. Apple pulling back off the highs looks a bit like NQ. Microsoft's right in the middle of the range. Oh my gosh. No man's land. If you go through the mag right now, they're in no man's land. So if we go through this together, sometimes I just like to quickly reference them during the day. All right, so Apple still in an uptrend, but not through its initial balance. So not in a trend day, technically. Amazon, right at its IB. You want to see it break out and get through into previous day high on Amazon. That will help us. Goog, trying to do the same kind of thing. Can we build out that right shoulder for the squeeze higher, close that gap and get through it? So far today, haven't been able to do it. Microsoft, right in the middle of the range at VWAP. That's no man's land. Nvidia keeps getting stuck at previous day high. Needs to get acceptance over it. Hasn't found it so far. Tesla, this is the one that I'm worried about the most. Big sell, probably a 61 pullback, failing under pre-DL and PDC. If Tesla starts to roll, it's going to get heavy on the market. Like I said, took this position off. Back to break even on the day now, all right? So there you go. If it doesn't work, doesn't work. I'm positioned for it, but unfortunately, ES started to fail when we needed it to get going. Maybe more of a dance at these highs. What you need to be careful of now is because we have now failed to do the move. NQ should have done this with ES, didn't. Right, so we've probably trapped more buyers in here who aren't disciplined enough to get out of that position. This is now the level. Right in here, this is the liquidity build. We can play outside of that, outside of it. We can play failures and failures. But I'm risk off at this point. Have to respect what's happening in front of me. Not what should happen. It should have gone, it didn't go. Have to respect what's happening in front of me. I'm not linking my accounts because I've missed the A+ opportunity today, unfortunately. Yeah, still holding volume really well. Back to IB high here. Yes, not reclaiming IBH, but holding volume. I think we want to get going. It's just doesn't need to trap a bit more into VWAP, I wonder. Yes, try and build that flag to do it. My worry now is that we build out this one of these NQ 20-point ranges for an hour. Right, my worry now is that we do this for like an hour, which is what it's done the last few days, which would be a pain. This is what we want, but it might do this for a while. Basically, flat day for me so far. An hour and a bit into the session and flat. Probably going to build out here. This is what we talked about though, a build of liquidity in this area for that handle. For this, right? If we're going to get back through that, we're going to have to build out this. It can afford a back test of this. That's one thing I'm aware of. It's why I'm not going to just sit and hold longs and hope. If it doesn't do it, it doesn't do it. Because there's a big squeeze out this morning. Yeah, stuck at its IBH. It's my worry here at the moment. It's stuck at IBH and it already made a new high. We should be trying to go higher, but if it lacks liquidity now, it's going to be tough. There's a buyer stepping in here trying to walk us. See him on the tape. He's trying to step in here into the sort of 210s and walk us up through. And you've got a seller trying to walk down here. So these guys are battling out 210 to 220. A genuine battle here. That seller's starting to take over a little bit and back into those 210s. We've got a clear target of that previous day high. It's just whether it needs to build more liquidity, trap more shorts to get there. If too many buyers get trapped in at the highs before we get there, it will do a deeper pullback. If we can trap shorts in, we can get going. All of the mag now green, which is fantastic to see. New low of day on VIX, which is fantastic to see, but market failing to really get that big shove up this morning so far since that first move. Back is sore. All right, folks, there's lots of you who haven't hit that like button. We need to get to 125 likes today. 125 likes, we're going to give away some of the Flow Zone courses. We're going to give away an Apex account. You got to get me up to 125 likes here today. Doesn't cost you anything. I might need to get off stream a little bit earlier today. Like I said yesterday, my wife's away until Saturday. So I've got to do the dog walk this morning. So if Luna comes barging in asking for a walk, I'm going to have to take her out. You can see some sellers here, 15, 20, 30, 40. Still got this huge lot down there at 510s. Don't want to forget him. Huge, huge, huge lot down there. We're right into that breakout pullback zone. Would the dog walk cause the biggest run in history? Yeah, probably. Probably. All right, the battle here continues as they build out this liquidity. We're into the top side of the range. We're bullish overall. We probably need to trap in some more bears before it has any thought of going higher. But lots of liquidity being built out here, folks. It can get very, very thin all the way back down to here if it starts failing aggressively through here. Those sellers starting to take control, or attempting to take control, I should say. So Tesla going back red on the day, Google doing the same. So those two keep dancing. Green to red, red to green, green to red, red to green. Like we said, let me have a look at Tesla. Is it failing that flag? It's very touch and go, Tesla, where it is right now. PDL, PDC, and starting to fail. So that rotates to low of day. We might get a little bit of a drag down on the market with it. Nvidia pulling back, Microsoft pulling back, Google pulling back. Amazon looks good. Apple looks okay. What am I missing here? Where's Meta gone? Did we miss Meta this morning? Meta looks good. Oh. Still in this death range from this week. So still an inside bar right now. What was that level from yesterday? What's this high? Yeah, the 180s. It's the same level, isn't it? The 180s. Same level as yesterday. We need to bid above 180s technically today to have a chance of going back to that top Bollinger Band. But every time we've come above 180 so far, for the last 2 days, we've failed up here. Just depends if they want to turn those jets on to go and take out that. Lots of buyers here stepping up. 95s down to 75s. All passive, all just sat there. No one aggressive yet. Could we go IB to VWAP? That absolutely could. I mean, it's almost there already. There's your IB, there's your VWAP. And we were set early, though. It looks like ES is technically better for that move because it's already taken the high. I'm more bullish overall in terms of sentiment at the moment until we really let go of volume. P shape, yeah, definitely. It's P shape. And if we get above this, we extend. So far, it's P shape. Definitely. P shape. Yesterday, we had a B shape. But we reclaimed on top of the B. So we come back to this. If we gap down overnight, we could have really had a bigger sell. Okay, into this low volume, that VWAP's looking more and more likely here. NQ with relative weakness. ES looks really like holding on really well. NQ's just, it's going to be a pain to trade today, clearly. We had relative strength this morning, but we have not made a new high in the New York session after that first print here. ES Divergence made a new high. Now we're pulling back. So Divergence again rearing its ugly head. 175, 180 remains a key level, I would say. And here are those passive buyers. 85s. The guy at 65's just left. So down to 75 possible. You got VWAP down there into 75. ES holding up very, very, very well. It would seem odd that we'd protect this low, to be honest. We should probably just come and flush that and see how we get on down here. And now we've moved that range up. The tightening of this range to 30, so 90 points now value today. ES looks really good. Are they gonna, if they protect this low and shove it, it's going to be like the worst trade going. What's the time? 10 minutes into a new H1. What's this node here? 202s. So this is pretty key here, 202s. That's where lots of volume came in. Protecting those 202s. Like I said, we didn't sweep that low yet. Tesla still doing that dance. It is just stuck at PDC and PDL. Nvidia pulling back here off those highs quite aggressively right now into 88s. There is a pivot here. It will need to hold that. I think that's the same level as yesterday. 88 sounds familiar to me. Microsoft pulling back lower high, still not made a lower low. Meta looks good for a push back up to IB high. So you got massive. Google big sell off that IB high. Strong sell candle there and Goog. Amazon breaking out on the session, breaking out to highs on the session. Apple stuck. Man, this is when it's tricky because the mag's 60% weighted to these lot, and these lot are all doing completely different things right now. Completely different things. All right, there's the drive down towards this low. Still haven't taken that liquidity. Are you kidding me? There's the liquidity take. Okay, so are we going to trade to VWAP at this point, or is it just a snag and go? So they've added more liquidity here into 80. There's a buy starting to come in at 65 now. It's not a good sign if they keep adding lower. ES still not. So ES has this is the difference right now. ES took this. You're not going to let me draw, are you? ES took this high when we wanted to do that break, and now it's come down and is protecting this low and is just hanging around here right now. Complete divergence around these levels. Build out of liquidity here. Buyers are now stuck in here. And here's the pullback into some key levels. Oh, what a terrible divergent day. How many times are we going to say that? It's getting ridiculous out here. All right, here's VWAP. Like we said, if we start letting go, we can actually get very deep in here. Your 175, 180 for me, I would say, remains pretty key here today. Yes, still protecting all these levels. They keep adding buying, passive buying lower. That's not a good sign right now. They keep adding passive buying lower. You don't want that. Gonna drag the market down if we do that. Make your mind up. Yes, still protecting that low. Hilarious. So those of you who trade, I guess, ICT, S&T at highs, S&T at lows so far. Right, they're trying to bid off VWAP. I'm not trusting anything here now on NQ because we've left volume trapped at the highs now. All right, so we've got a node here, and if we fail that, we trade 160s. And if we fail that, I don't even trust that value area, to be honest. It looks more better down here at 30s. Nice, Richard. You went IB to VWAP. What, on ES? ES not at VWAP yet, though. A bit tough to take that IB on NQ because we didn't revisit it. Unless you got short risking IB, I guess. Maybe that's what you mean. Which is also open range. Okay. Back to those deep pullback flow zones. Less and less interested in this now. Yeah, still not taking out that low. Still protecting. NQ starting to find a bid on VWAP, but they keep adding liquidity lower. Like I said, I don't like seeing that on the book. If they're going to be passive lower, it's probably thinking more like covers. Oh, you're talking about ES. I was going to say it's inside bar on NQ is not available, but maybe on ES it is. It's still outside. Do you mean on a 5? No. Man, it's a shame that divergence, man. It is a shame. Why do I feel like I'm going to have a flat day today? Did I eat any rice yesterday? Nope. Had some gluten-free pasta last night. About all I can do nowadays. Before my stomach goes in nuts. There you go. Continuation selling. This is I'm too late to sell this. I was too late to buy it this morning. This is going to be one of those days. I can already tell. This is going to be one of those days for me. Yeah. All right, failed to break out the highs, leaving volume trapped up here now. Rotation possible. If they really want to do an H1 fill, they can actually come all the way down to 109s. We're testing the old H1 open here. ES still not taking that low. We're still protecting. We are still protecting. Where's Goog? Oh, this mag's not looking good here, folks. Goog looks terrible. Meta looks okay. Amazon's pulling back aggressively. Microsoft pulling back aggressively. Nvidia's pulling back and looks okay. Tesla's still doing the dance. Mag does not look good here, folks. Does not look good here. And we're just going to have another inside day of chop by the looks of it at the moment, unless we can drastically change and build out this. If this is a 2-leg, and build out liquidity to move back higher and make new highs. But at the moment, it really doesn't look like that, given that NQ had relative strength this morning, and that's just disappeared. That relative strength so far is completely gone because it had the opportunity to make a new high and it failed. So yes, this can still be the handle to move back to those levels, but we're going to have to reclaim some pretty big levels up here now. We've definitely left buyers trapped up here into sort of 207 and 200, 195, 200, 207 right now. Yeah. Are they just going to wait for those Fed minutes? That's the other thing. ES is still holding on really well. This is the thing, the divergence. If we start reclaiming, I'm not against playing back long, but we're going to have to start really reclaiming. Back to those Momo clouds. Man, we're going. We are going. It's ES, man. ES doing the work for us. Didn't sweep. Divergence at the lows. We've got to reclaim. Those are the 202s. I'm watching 200s. So if we're going to do what we should have already done, all right, we failed. If this is a second leg down, we've got to get back inside this leg and we've got to make a higher low to come back up here. Till then, can't take it. ES is just trapped, but it looks more bullish ES, but it's got to get back through that liquidity. MAG starting to find a bid. The MAG are trying to find a bid at the 5-minute flow zones as an equally weighted MAG. Tesla's still in that chop zone. Nvidia's found a bid. Microsoft hasn't. Meta's still looking good, looking for that breakout through IB high. Google looks absolutely awful. Amazon's trying to reclaim IB. Apple trying to hold PDH. VIX new low of day. VIX is selling aggressively today, and we are not making new highs. It's like a little bit of alarm bell going off. We should be making new highs if VIX is going to do that move. Previous week high, you mean? PDH is up here. That's what we're trying to trade up to, but it's just not giving us that move. Right, here's previous week high. So we held VWAP up. We held the deep pullback flow zones. We're back to Momo clouds. Be quiet, Siri. I'm not talking to you. We're seeing if we can have a shove. Can we get a shove? Here they go. This is the 200s. This is where there's a node. 202s. They're trying to do this now. They're trying to do the same thing we were looking for earlier. ES back to initial balance. These buggers. So short's probably trapped under here now into this volume. And if we can start to build higher lows here, we can look for that move to previous day high. Yep, yeah, exactly. This is the battleground now. This is absolutely the battleground. This is where we failed from. So 208s and then 214s will be targets, and then IB high, and then previous day high. We're into a new hourly bar here. Want to be careful. Want to be careful. All right, in this now, forcing me to join. Through the 202s, can we squeeze any more? There's current value on the day, point of control. Partial into there, let's see if we can get going. ES looks fantastic. Oh my God, why are they making this so hard for me today? POC here, so this is fair value on the day. Remember, I'm bullish overall, looking to trade that long. I'm up to previous week high if it will allow me. ES into the IB high. You're going to need ES to hold this volume cluster into 89s. You want to see ES hold 89s to 88s. Do not want to see it fail under 88s on ES. We want to really be holding previous week high here. Sellers are above 210, 215, 220, 230. Have we got anyone big above? 250 is up there. They keep doing a bit of a shuffle here. That's a stronger sell. Knocking the runners out for me there. So gone red to green for me on the day, just trading one account because I'm definitely not trading it that well today. But that is my TPT account, so I am due a payout here. I can take... I didn't pay myself yesterday either, so I can take $1,155 out of that. I might take that later today. All right, here's 88s on ES. You need a higher low here on NQ if we're going to get going. Otherwise, we're going to struggle. Still holding those deep flow zone pullbacks. Still holding view up. What I don't like is on the books. If you look on the book map, I don't like these guys here. I want these guys to just disappear. I don't want to see passive orders down here. If they disappear, it's going to be much better for upside because then we've just got one side to aim for. Right, nice hold of 88 so far on NQ. On God, I can't talk. On ES. So you need the right shoulder build out here and a squeeze, and then we need this whole thing, this whole amount of liquidity we've built to become the cup and handle. We need it to be the big handle. Come on, Mag. Get going. For goodness gracious me. Get going. Stuck at POC. We've got to get back above POC here. We have to get back above POC. Otherwise, no dice. Google's such a piece of crap. It's going to make this really hard, folks. Google's about to touch low of day. It's going to make it really hard if that keeps selling. We need Google to find bids down here. If Google can find bids down here, we've got the opportunity to trade back on up to previous week high. Google can find some bids. Come on, come on, come on. Build this right shoulder and go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is your second attempt to do it today. You already failed earlier. ES is stuck at that IB high. I do not like that ES cannot get through that IB high right now. I do not like seeing that. Come on, ES. We need a rip candle from ES up to 6,800. Here we go. Come on, NQ. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No more stopping out break evens. Let's get going. Otherwise, Alex's tilt factor is going to build. Need to get 3-point control. We cannot get 3-point control. Oh, my tilt factor is building. I can feel it in me. Can feel it in me. Yeah, would I consider an ad? Yeah, if we can get above firmly, we've got volume here, so really I want to see it get above 13s. There. I consider an ad here. If we break out, hold, then I consider an ad for this. Until then, no. I'm not adding as we trade through that. We've got to get above this guy here, 13s, and then this. It's looking better. It's frustrating me, though. I'm going to be honest. I can feel the frustration building in me. So I'm just taking note of that. I'm saying it out loud. It's unsurprising. I missed a gimme trade earlier. Then I took a small loss on that. Then I took a break even. Well, got back to break even. And this is being a bit sluggish for me. Okay, good. Google's found a bid. That's good news. I want to see ES break through IB high. That'd be the confluence for me. If ES can break through IB high, that'd be the confluence for me. Reclaimed that balance. Nothing else to play for other than the highs here for upside. pretty efficient market right now. Cannot get through this POC. We just want a squeeze. We just need a squeeze out into lunch. Come on. I've got major frustration building here, folks. Like major frustration in me. Trying to give this a chance. I'm just speaking out loud because it helps keep me honest as well. I want to see us break out, go through the IB high, and I'd like to see us get to previous day high. Yeah, breathe, exactly. Yes, back to IB high. Come on, man. Just go and fill all these orders. I can move my stop up. These passive sellers. Everything's passive today. No dice in this market. No one really wants to buy this market. No one really wants to sell this market. It's just like the last few weeks. We need the government to open back up so we have some actual news to drive the market. We really need that. We've got a lack of news, lack of data. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait for earnings. What's the bet? They wash back down here before doing anything. I think quite big because we've had, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts to get through this POC and can't do it. There you go. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this market. It's pissed me off. No momentum in it. Oh yeah, XRP's like dead under 3 at the moment. Can't find a bid over it. No momentum. We're in these 20-point bullshit chop ranges again. Fun, NQ, fun. You're really fun to play when you do this. You're going to frustrate me and then you're going to do like 50, 60, 70-point candle out of the blue. You always do. Oh. ATR is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Volume's getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. This is good for a continuation, but it's just, there's no aggressive buying stepping in. That's the problem. Who's buying here? No one. That is the problem. Come on. Turn the jets on. Had surgery 10 days ago, Scott. Here we go. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Let's stop being silly. Thirteens. Oh my God, is that all we've got? Come on, man. You can do a 5-point shove. That's all you've got today in Q. This is why I hate the market, man. ES breaking out again, coming back up to its high on session, and we are going absolutely nowhere in an NQ. Absolutely nowhere. Probably because Alphabet's done that retrace, Goog's done that retrace, and it's starting to find sellers. Just going to make our timing very, very hard here. Come on. Come on. Break through this now. Come on. More than 5 points. Thank you. For goodness sake. How long are we going to have to wait for this? Come on. Come and take out 17s now. Thank you. Now can you start pushing through 17s? Get through 17s, through 17s, through 17s, through 17s for a shove, through 17s. Stop hesitating. Stop being a little bitch. Get through 17s. Get through 17s. Come on, get through 17s. It's an 18 lot. Get through 17s. It's not very hard, NQ. It really isn't hard to trade through an 18 lot who's passive. Come on. Someone buy it for me. There's 17s. Get through 17s. Ah! Ah! New high of day ES. The divergence continues. NQ continues to be an absolute POS to trade compared to ES. ES absolutely beautiful. Look at that fantastic flag underneath initial balance, and then boom, nice breakout, new high of day. What do we get? Nothing. We haven't even taken 17s out. Why am I trading this piece of crap? All right, we're trading to the other side of this range. We're failing so far. Failing up here so far. I have to just say what's there. This is what's there. So can we bid off point of control now for a continuation or not? If we can't, then we haven't really got much we can do with it if we can't. Come on. Come on. That's a nice bid off POC. Let's get through these 17s now. Come on. Dither-dather in NQ is unbelievable. See, it's passive selling at 17s and 20s. Just take them out, 25s, 30s, 50s, and we can be done for the day. Nope. Why? Why has it been like this for 5 or 6 weeks now? Oh. Frustrated. Frustrated. I'm having to scalp. I'm up and I'm having to scalp. I don't like scalping. Come on. Come on. Might be 40, but I can still throw some heavy weights around. Not too heavy, though, or I put my back out. My legs are heavy, man. I trained legs on Monday, and then I ran yesterday. I only did like just a light 2K to shake them off, and then did a HIIT class afterwards. My legs this morning, oh, tight. I mean, yes, I like scalping for like 30, 40, 50 points. I don't like scalping for 5. I think that's the difference, right? It depends what you call scalping. For me, 5 is not a scalp. That, like, how are you playing a 5-point scalp? Why, NQ, are you being such a little biatch? Right, we're holding POC. We're back to the top side of here right now. If we get through this, we're thin above. We should be going here. We should really be going here, folks. Here we go. All right, through 17s now. It's a fucking miracle. Can we get through 20s and 25s now? Woohoo! Can we trade up into 25s now? So we're looking for 22, 25, then 25s, and then we're looking for previous week high. Gosh, this is taking so long. These candles are very, very, very small. Our ATR right now is 8. 8 points per M1 minute is our ATR right now. That's awful, folks. We like 20, 30 points. We don't like 8. And it's been as low as 6 and 7s today. Really, we're going to take that internal and then fail, are we? If you take this internal and fail, I'm going to scream out loud. Are you kidding me? That is all you've got. Back to POC again. Oh, let's just make sure the buyers are there at POC. Let's just double check for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th time. Fucking hell, NQ. Your previous week high is at 1966. Yeah, 196 here. That's your previous week high. Sorry, did I say previous week? I meant previous day. I'm trying to trade up to this block. Yeah, so I'm trying to, in my head, this is bullish continuation that we're trying to build out. We're trying to trap shorts in here to get up to here. But unfortunately, the buyers are so pathetic in this market right now. Why? I don't blame them for being pathetic. Why? Because we've not pulled back. All right. It's not surprising if we think about it on a daily. Why are the buyers pathetic? Because who's a psychopath to buy swing longs up here with size? No one, right? Where do they want to buy? Down here. Have we done that? When's the last time we did over a 2% pullback day? It's something crazy like 60, 70 days ago. When was the last time we did 6 months straight up? I'll tell you when it was. It's the last time we had a financial crash. All right. This is the problem right now. Is like, unless we trap enough shorts, right? We need this to get this momentum back in the market. We actually need a really healthy pullback so that we can trade higher right now. And unfortunately, we're not getting it because the shorts keep attempting to short the highs. And the more they do that, the more they're going to stop us having a healthy pullback. If they would just fuck off for a week or two and let the buyers exhaust out, we'll actually get a healthy pullback and then we'll get some buying momentum come back in the market. Outside of hilarious mocking voices, how do you avoid getting tilted when the market doesn't act like it should? Well, I've been pretty close to being tilted today. Like I said, I try and verbalize it and talk out loud. I'd say that way. And I know my triggers. My triggers are what? Missing trades, break-even trades. Those are my big trades. Taking a loss is not a trigger for me. Missing trades, break-even trades. What have I done today? Missed trades, taken break-even trades. I know I'm close to tilt. I can feel the frustration on me. It's palpable. I'm fidgety. My voice has gone up. I'm getting frustrated. So what does that mean? Back off. Just back off. Leave it alone. Fucking leave it alone. It will be here tomorrow, won't it? Market will be here tomorrow. And we had 3 drives on ES and it's failed that third drive and it's back to initial balance again. I mean, this is just divergence at its best right now, at its finest. So yeah, it's okay. Like tilt's real. Anyone that says they don't get tilted is just an absolute liar. What they probably do is try and leave stuff alone when they feel it. What am I like? I've just told you what causes it for me. Break evens and misses. Break evens and misses for me personally are way bigger tilt factors than losses. Losses, I have no problem taking loss. I'll eat a loss all day long. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I find it way more triggering when I see a trade go without me than taking a loss on a trade. That's way more triggering for me. And that's what we had this morning, right? I got the wrong side of it, took the loss, no problem taking that loss. You saw it, I showed you $100 loss, 10 points, no big deal, but then it ripped 100 points without me. Then I'm instantly annoyed myself. So then I have typical self-deprecating talk. You idiot, you this, never do that. It's really bad to do that. And now I've taken a few break even. Like I am up on the day, right? I'm up a whole whopping 255 points, but I've taken some break evens. I've given a little bit back off the top where I've tried to like get the move higher. Now it's palpable in me. So now it's like, okay, back off. If it's not going to do what you want it to do, it's just not going to do it. I can't make the market do what I want. Does it look good? Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? Like we've got volume built out down here. We've probably got shorts trapped under here. This is what I've been looking for all day. It looks good, but every attempt I've had so far keeps getting stuck up here. Maybe we go this time. Maybe now. It's like millionth time a charm. Right? But like when you feel that tilt, just back off. Definitely downsize or just leave it alone. Go for a walk. Come back later in the session if you feel like you have it in you. I can tell you now, the likelihood that I'm going to be able to trade later is probably quite small because I think I've missed the best move of the day. So hopefully we get this move now. To me, it is when, oh, Miguel's saying what his tilt factor is. To me, it's when I get stopped out and it goes without me. There you go. Full Hulk mode. That's it. It's harder watching trades go without you, isn't it? It's way harder watching trades going without you than it is when you take a stop out and it's, you know, you stop for good reason. And you, let's say you're long, you take a 10, 20, 30 point stop and it keeps puking. You're like, oh, thank God, I traded that well, took a good stop. If, like me yesterday, you move your stop too tight, even though you lock in 50 points and it pukes another 150 points, it's quite hard, that. It's quite hard to take. But when you've been doing this long enough, even though it annoys you, you can sort of just chalk it off and be like, hey, it's going to happen every now and again. The other thing to understand, team, is like you're not always going to be trading in the pocket, all right? Trading is so much like playing a sport. I don't know, whatever sport you play. Let's say a sport that requires a fine skill. So let's say baseball. I don't play baseball, I never have, but it's the type of sport which would make sense. And you're a batter. Let's say you're a batter. You're going to have patches where you do not hit home runs, where you're striking out, where you can't get going. That is the same as trading. You're going to have those patches. You're going to have those patches where every time you step up to the plate, you are smashing it out the park. What do you need for those things to happen? Well, you need confidence in what you're doing, but you need the balls to be put in the right place, which is your sweet spot. I've probably not got the balls in the right place right now, which is my sweet spot, because the range on the days is not huge. Today's better than yesterday for sure, but the range rotation on the day is pretty small. So if we think about here, 26 down to 99, basically. All right, there's your 20-point failure. There's your 20-point failure. There's your 20-point failure. There's a 10-point, 10-point. This is probably another 20 points. We went over this yesterday. 73 to, yeah, okay, so 20, 25 points here, and then reclaim. And this is probably 20 points here, 96, near enough, 20 points again. All right, the rotation in NQ is only 20 points at the moment. It's all it keeps doing, 20 points, and eventually it does 60-point shoves. Okay, so let's see if we get going here. Having one last attempt here, now that we've built out another micro inverse head and shoulder. This is a micro version of this, right? This is the right shoulder. This I want to see come up here. We're finally doing it. This is why you don't go too far on tilt. Let's go, baby. All right, let's get shoving. Let's get shoving. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Here we go. I love it. I love it. I've been so patient for this, haven't I? I've had amazing patience today. Okay. We need to trade through these stops at 226. All right, 226. We get through that. We go 230, 240, 250. It's coming. It's actually coming now. ES breaking out. We've got alignment. VIX new low day. We've got alignment. Google's found a bid. We have alignment. Go, 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 go. Pay me my money after being really, really frustrated, but finally getting it. Here we go. So we've stop hunted those 226s. I expect initial balance and a new higher day here, folks. So you can take some partials here into this initial balance, and then we're looking for that squeeze and a continuation because... Come on! Fuck. Fucking tested me today. Okay, so we're looking for extensions here. This is our area of Confluence. Come on! All right, 250s on the book. You can see it on the book. Make sure you're paying yourself here. Give me that money. Okay. I'm just fucking around, team. All right, so now what would we need for a continuation? We need a base above initial balance. All right, hopefully you guys are locking in some money here. Finally, what do we say? 20 point, 20 point, 20 point, then probably a 60-point banger. Well, it's not even that. Maybe from here it is. 45 points, not even 60 points. What is the rotation from here? 73 points. But you can see what I'm talking about. We keep doing, we've gone over this the last few days, these little 20-point shuffles. All right, another 20-ish in here. Another 20-ish in here. Another 20-ish in here. You can see them, right? We keep doing these sort of 20, 25-point shuffles. And then once they've built enough in these like tiny little ranges, we eventually get this move. All right, eventually. Gosh, it took so long. It needed to trap underneath this swing low. There's the delta in here. There's the volume shelf that they protect. There's VWAP. Then they bid off. Micro, inverse head and shoulder. Micro, inverse head and shoulder. And then we go long. Thank God for that. Yeah, we need 2 more likes, folks, and we're going to do a giveaway. Sorry, you had to be so patient with me today. I can't control the market. I say it every day. I cannot control this market. When it doesn't do what I want it to do, it's very annoying, but I can't make it do things. You've just got to sort of admit it. Okay, so you know the target here, folks. All-time high is the target. Into here is the target, all right? But there is nothing wrong. You've got to pay yourself on the way. So I'd say from 42s up to 57, we have our first lot of supply. Once we get through that, we have a shot at that all-time high. So 42s up to 57. Let me just redraw this out. Basically here, I'm going to put some horizontal lines on it to help. That is a big level right there. All right, so we're tapping into supply there. Why there? That is the H1. I'll make sure I can see it properly. Got to move this out of the way. That is the start of the H1 candle from 10 a.m. So the H4 candle as well from 10 a.m. on Tuesday. All right, we've just traded into the open of that candle. The white line I've put is the wick of that H1 candle. All right, so it's the high of the H1, H4. And if we get through that, then we will take out the all-time high. My expectation is new all-time highs today at this point. We held previous day value. We were above previous week value. We've bid up. We've now trapped enough shorts in. What did I say? If we just go back, I know it's been frustrating today, but if we just go back, what did we say we would need to build in here? What is this? All right, what did we say we need to build in here to get up? Right, that's your handle. That is your handle, right? We talked about this. So we needed shorts trapped in here to get up. That's why I haven't been thinking about a short today. Because for me, it's fairly obvious. We've left shorts trapped in here. That's a big shove. That's a flag, which is part of a bigger move. And the expectation is here and then new highs through it. All right. That's why we stayed long today. It bloody nearly sent me insane, but that's why we stayed long. Still got guys to fill up here into 250s. Still participants to fill up here into 250s. That was a big shove up, folks. All right, here's the retest of initial balance high. ES can afford a deeper pullback here. We're pretty thin on the ES. Can afford a bigger pullback here if it wants. VIX starting to find a bit of a bid. Google finding a bid, which is nice to see. Holding IB. Can we find a bid in this imbalance in IB? We're pretty thin in here. Don't really want to see it drift all the way down here. Would like to find a bid around here if we can. See what you guys are saying. I'm out. Huge W. Nice, Contorted. Nice work, folks. Yeah, lots of you laughing at me. JJ with a champion. So I'm guessing you got that long as well. Definitely earned that like. Thank you very much, team. We're going to do a giveaway shortly. Too bad you can't control the market. Would be lovely. Wouldn't it just? I wish I was ICT and I built the algo. Fresh videos. I honestly don't know what you're talking about. You called at least 2 hours with insane accuracy. Here we go. Bidding off IB. Now, can we get an extension through here and try and get further up? We're holding that initial balance. We're holding the RBS. Can we make a new high here? All right. It might need that second leg pullback again, like we did earlier. Ideally, it won't, but it might need it. Ideally, we just keep squeezing up here. There's a seller here at 40 and then at 50. So if you're still in this, it might need that second leg pullback down into here. Ideally, it doesn't do that, all right? Because if we really want to trap, hopefully we've still got them trapped here. Otherwise, it might need one of these before doing it. But remember, low-hanging fruit's been taken. Next low-hanging fruit is in these blocks. All right, so far you're holding really well in this initial balance. Looks pretty good. Think about how many shorts are trying to guess the top right now. How many shorts are trying to guess the top? Lots. Lots of shorts are trying to guess the top. That's their favorite thing to do. I guessed the top and I made 5 points. Yeah, well done. Well done, you. So pulling back, flow zone starting to catch up now. Come on, market. You can do it. You can do it. Being happy is a Crim Nightbot. Did it ban you for something? I didn't see what happened there, Daily Laugh. Sorry. Lovely analysis. Thanks, Scott. Heard my TP ring officially done for the day. See you tomorrow. Nice work, Zar. I switched long after the IB to VWAP, but cut early when I was grinding. Yeah, don't blame me, mate. It's all right. I shouldn't jump back in, but this looks so tempting. No, if you've made good money, I think that's twice today you've made good money. I would just leave this alone now. If you're not already holding a runner, I would probably leave it alone if you've had a big winner. Otherwise, you can play long versus IB like we've talked about. But I think you've had 2 big winners today. Here we go. Come on, let's get acceptance back through this little node. I want to get through this node here at 38 to 40. If we get through 40s, there is a seller here at 42 and then 50s. Looking to get a screamer through 50s if we get lucky. Why haven't I found your lives earlier? You're very entertaining. I'm not normally this entertaining, to be honest. I'm normally very, very boring to watch. Red to green twice for me today. Locked in $100 holding a run. Nice, mate. Yes, we're going to do a giveaway, mate. Yes, we are. Probably at the end of stream. So stick around, folks. Another sort of 25 minutes left. And we will do that giveaway. So here's the second leg pulling back, like we just talked about. Very, very probable it might need to do this, especially on ES. ES probably got to test that RBS zone. Back towards 93s is where it built out volume. So we had a big squeeze out here, which is why we take profit into it. We can wait and see. I'm going to use the bathroom here and then come straight back. All right. Still hanging around this initial balance. You guys all think it's going to do a massive move because I use the bathroom, yeah. Nice, Richard. Good work. Good work. Take care, Tyson. Might be the best teacher I've ever watched. Thanks, Daily Laughs. Appreciate that. Well, if you want to support me, if you haven't done the course, and you know I'm helping you out, you can use my code for your prop firms because that just gets reinvested into this stream. So for most of the prop firms, FCT will get you the best possible price. Other than take profit, you'll need to use Flow Zone, but all those links are underneath. So if I've helped you today, if you're first time here and you've moved from one of these other traders who teaches you nothing, then I hope to see you here again. And if you want to support the stream, that's how. And if you want to learn how I trade in my playbook, there is a 20-hour course on demand, which also gives you lifetime access to my Discord and a version of the indicators you're seeing right here, right, which have been pretty good today. And that's all for a one-time fee. Links, again, are down below. Flowzonetrader.com. Use code FCT there as well. It'll get you 10% off right now. Okay, looks good. We look like we're going to go back up, protecting that initial balance. Need to get through these 40s, then we're looking at 50s. Come on, let's run those 50s. Through 40s, let's run the 50s. Let's do it. Let's run those 50s. Let's squeeze this guy out. I want to squeeze this 118 lot on the tape here. I want to absolutely wreck his face. I want to hurt him. I want him to be very upset for guessing the top. We need to get through this high of day, which is 46, and then we're going 50s. Oh, I picked the top again because I don't listen to Flowzone. You're going to get hurt, mate. I'm coming for you with my tiny little runner. Okay, that's the first attempt to fail there. Need to be aware of that. That's the first attempt to fail there. But I'm not long from up here. I'm long from 08 right now. I'm just trying to see if I can get a little guy to get going. Can I get a little guy to get going? Webull giving some up today, is it? A little look. Oh, it is. That's not nice. What's that, an offering? What's the news on that then? That's a pretty big gap down. I'm wondering if it's going to do a new leg down like this did back in COVID. Think about this, back in the COVID times, we based out for a little while, failed, broke down, sideways, 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 then started building. I don't want to see quite the same thing. Why can't it find it? Hello, Trading View. This is what I mean. Who's coded this? Terrible. We'll have to watch it down here, JD. 10s is going to be a massive level, just psychological level. Yeah, when's earnings? It's not got an earnings before that. What? September, October, November, December. That's got to be wrong. That's got to be wrong, right? Here we go, NQ. Here we go, baby. Let's get my runner going. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Go and hurt Mr. 50. Come on. Guess what we're in? 20-point shuffle again. 20-point shuffle again. Above me is bookmap, Jonathan. So it's just a level 2. Come on. Here we go. Come on. Don't be shy. Go and take him out. Don't be shy. Hide they clear out there. Want to be careful here. There's 120 lot here. Want to take him out. Have got excess up there now. I need to be careful. I think we're going to still take him out. He wants to be filled, so we should fill him. And if we fill him and keep going, we're going to go 75s. Yay. Come on, he's just there. Just go and fill him. You got close. How much did we trade up there? Only 48. It's not too bad. ES didn't make a new high there. I need to be aware of that. ES did not make a new high there, so failed breakout there on the ES. So need to be aware of that. We did make a new high. So the divergence flipping the other way now. Flipping the other way now. If we fail initial balance here, all right, because we have made a new high, the rotation play is possible. It's not something I'm going to take, but if we fail IB here, if we start getting stuck underneath, that doesn't mean just flushing it. It means coming under and leaving these buyers trapped up here. If we fail to take out this level, all right, if we come under here and get stuck, the rotation back to VWAP is possible because you have IB here. This would be a failed auction. Right, it's not a play I'm going to take today, but just making it clear, if we start failing that initial balance and getting stuck underneath, because we've cleared out this high, it becomes possible, right? If we do this, this becomes possible if we leave enough buyers trapped up here. You would need to take a partial into this today. That's very thick in here. Nice, Fresh. I'm glad you found me. I agree. I'm so happy I found you through the podcast with Austin. Oh, that's how you found me. That's good to know. Bought 5 Tradeify accounts with your code today. Thank you, Shane. Very kind of you. Definitely going to buy the course at the end of the year. Good stuff. Jonathan. Deep charts. Yeah, those are book map that you're looking at above me. From red to break even, that's it for me. Nice, Miguel. Good work. Call it a day there. Come back tomorrow. All-time anchored VWAP providing all-time high. Do you mean anchored VWAP? Or all-time anchored VWAP? All-time from where, JD? Or are you talking about hood? Maybe you're talking about hood. When you trail, do you use the 1 minute shells or do you give it more room? It all depends what my thought is on where we can go. So I'm not using this shelf here right now because this can potentially be used the same way as earlier, right? So I don't want to use this shelf, but I don't want it to come all the way back down here. So remember, I've been long from 08, is it? Here. All right, so I'm partial, no reload for me, just waiting to see if we do this. If we come back on a runner, that's okay. I'll probably cut it maybe at 25s or something, but we'll see. I still think this looks good. This looks like more liquidity being built out to go higher. So it just depends how long it needs to sit in one of these again to go higher. But this is how we like to see liquidity built out. There is a very clear target here. It's shouting at you. Right, it's this and this. These are the very, very clear targets. If we think about extensions from the consolidation today, you have some targets up into here. All right, measured move would be 290. Remember, our measured move on the week, I think, off the newsletter was 400s. Maybe someone can remind me that. I'm pretty sure we were looking for 400s measured move on the weekly move, which we're going to run out of room to because the bulls have been consolidating. We might not get that way. So the top bowl today is 338 right now. All right, 338 for the top bowl on an extension. Thanks, JD. I thought you might have been that. I'll check that out. What copier do I use? At the moment, I use Replicanto. But. I have just done a deal, or I'm in the process of that deal with, why can't I think what they're called? Affordable indicators. So I'm going to give their one a go, and they're going to offer the special discount for everyone who watches on the stream. So I'm just sorting that out with them at the moment because they have fixed the rhythmic issue, which some people have had. So I thought I'd give it a go. All right, looking good here. Still building, still above IB. ES looking good here as well. Can we get going? I'd watch ES into those 800s, right? You've probably got a huge put wall up there into 800s. If we can get through that, we're going to go previous day high. Still got this seller at 250 here. We've got 10-15 minutes into lunch. Don't leave, folks. We're going to do a giveaway, a few giveaways into lunch. We'll give away some free courses of the beginner course, introduction to the market course, and we will give away some Apex accounts. And we will give away one Apex account. I've got to get in touch with Bella and get some more for you guys this month. And don't forget, Apex still on sale until, I think it's the end of this week. 80% sale on Apex, $85 for the activation fee. Still building here. Can we get higher here, market? Another failed attempt from ES so far to get up to those 800s. It's close. Let's have a look at the book on ES. Yeah, look at those 800s. Thick. Once we get through their room. So very, very thick into those 800s. 570 lot at the 25s. Just in front of it, you got some front loading. 125 lot and a 200 lot. So they're trying to trade into it. I think we take out these 250s here. I really do. I think we're going to take this guy out. And then if we can get one giant squeeze above that into previous day high, that would be amazing. If we could just do a normal boner candle, a little 20-point candle. That's all we're asking for here. Just a big old straight up. Be nice. Don't feel like we're asking for a lot in doing that. We're building and building and building. If we can get through this, we're just looking for one shove up through 250. We've got this level here, 257. All right, that's an old, oh, don't move that. It's an old H1, H4 wick. And if we get through that, this, and then we're done for the day. Anything above that is a bonus, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this and then some rotation back into this range here. It's very, very possible, unless they're going to rebid and keep going. Here we go, folks. Here's 48s. Okay, can we get these 50s? Clear out of these 50s, and we're going to do a swipe. They've added liquidity at 55 now, which is fantastic. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'm long from 08s. I'm long from 08s, Marek. Stop front running him. Still not sold the 50s, or still not filled that 50 seller. Should have taken him then and didn't. Have to be aware of that. Again, another new high of day. That's the third drive up here. Need to be very, very careful if they can't get the job done. 47s. Come on, new high day, please. Don't want a lower high here. Here we go. 48s. Come and clear him out. Come and clear him out. 49.50s. Still not filled him there. 110 lot. Everyone's scared of this guy. Just take him out and squeeze it. Just take him out and squeeze it. 799s on ES, approaching that number, that whole number of the 800s. Here we go, his 50s. So you can sell a little bit here, and let's see if we can get an extension through this guy. Can we get through this player? Selling a little piece if you need. Here's the 800. Here we go. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. All right, off the races. Up you go, sunshine. Here we go. 75s, please. Up you go. Up you go, son. Who does it like this? Absolutely no one teaches you like this on YouTube, or no one that I've seen will teach you like this on YouTube. Come on. So if they back test 50 and hold here, then we're looking for 75s. If they fail the 50s, we probably come back down to that IB. If we fail the IB, we're going to go back into rotation of VWAP. So we're runners only for previous day high or nothing now. Come on. Come on. Have I told you to get short today? No, not once have I told you to get short today, other than my failed trade this morning, which was at the bell. Okay, so if they back test the 50s and hold here, you've got a micro RBS and you will extend. If they fail the 50s here, let's say we can give it a bit more room, 50s to 45s. If they fail this, then I would call this excess. All right, so remember, we've just tagged this H1, H4 level. The only level of liquidity to aim for now is the 75s. All right, so we've just done a lot of damage. So this is it now. They either hold this. I would not be adding long here. I'm just showing you the structure. They either hold this for this squeeze up. A failure under here, leaving excess up here, is opening up a rotation for here, back into POC. All right, the damage has been done now. We've absolutely wrecked them all who keep adding. We've just taken this H1, H4 out. This is the only thing left to aim for on your runners. Ron. I see 760 level as a potential TP and reversal on SPX. What do you have on your side? Let me have a look on SPX for you. I think you're going to break out, mate. So you've got the current highs are 6754.49 on SPX. I think a breakout of that, you're going to get a continuation because we're going to break out of range. I would not be looking for a short right now today. I think if you're going to get a measured move, you're going to trade up to 67882, 6782, 6789, and 810. All right. Not today, obviously, but in a continuation. Would not be looking to short this unless there's a clear failed breakout on SPX. All right. I really would not be looking to short this, my friend. This market has shown immense resilience since March. Every time sellers have the opportunity to take control, they fail. So I'd be somewhat wary. Oh yeah, always trailing stop limit. Although it's a market when you stop works, but yes, always trailing. When we're getting extended like this, absolutely. I wouldn't want this to come back underneath IB, and really don't really want it to trade underneath the flow zones and the current value area high on the session. All right, so like we talked about, it's going to need to hold in here if it's going to complete this move. If it doesn't, it's liable to come and sweep these guys out. We don't want to give 30 points back, do we? No. So it either holds this for a continuation or it doesn't. All right, and those who are desperate and absolutely desperate for the short, all right, if you see this and a failure all the way down here, maybe you get that. But right now, there is a very clear draw on liquidity, and it is called the all-time high. That's where the market's going. ES is trying to bid over those 800s now. 6 minutes left in this session. We want to take out this previous day high, the all-time high in this New York session before lunch, ideally. Some stronger selling coming in here, so some profit taking. Nothing wrong with taking money here. There's only one level left to shoot for. We've made our money today. Oh my gosh, it was frustrating today. Alex almost went full tilt, but he didn't. He controlled it and he eventually got that winner. It was probably my last shot at it, to be honest. But yeah, stick around, folks. You've only got to stick around for another 5 minutes, and we're going to do the giveaways. All right, make sure you stick around. Don't go anywhere. Your chance to win an Apex account and an introduction to trading. This is like a 2-hour course, not the full course. I'll give away a few of those. And if you've already done the main course and you don't want it, you can give it to a family member or friend. I'll set you up with that. No problem. Almost there. Yes, almost there as well. Almost there. Man, I do love TPT with the daily payouts. It's a bit of a game changer, man. It is a bit of a game changer. I'm going to try and get fully funded with them because it is so good. I already have the course, loving it so far. I haven't done it yet because I'm taking my time to understand it. Looking forward to trading your system. Oh, nice, mate. Welcome to the crew. Welcome to the team. Here you go. Here's 60s. We're still looking for that previous day high. Very, very close now. Very, very close now. 15 more points will do it. Goog, the only lagger in the market today. Rest of the market looking good. AMD. Let's go, AMD. 6% up. We just got to go and take out these highs. AMD is going to absolutely rock it if it takes out those highs. A little bit of recovery in Oscar Health. I'm wondering, should I have taken profit yesterday? Still going to hold. I think we've got a bigger move there. It's a lagging sector. I think we've got a bigger move there if we go risk on again. UNH looks good, so the sector's okay. Just a bit of profit taking. Come on, baby. All right, just a heads up. QQQ just hit previous day high from the New York session. It's got a little bit to go for the pre-market all-time high, which will probably be in perfect alignment with what we're looking for. But it did just tap previous day high for the New York session on the ETF, right? On the cash market. Same on the Spider. Spider's just hit it in the cash market. So cash market have both hit previous day high. Futures market haven't done it yet. Just be aware of that. Be aware of that. Will be a moment of profit taking for the cash market. We are somewhat we're in that sort of grindy phase again. So unfortunately, we can review today. Alex got it wrong here. All right, he jumped the gun here. He didn't wait for this. He jumped the gun. All right, I looked for the short there. Very, very silly of me. Only risked 10 points. Should have got long here and then should have got long here. Very, very obvious. Even actually looking back, like we talked about, this was a very obvious long off this zone today. So I made an error this morning. No doubt about it. Have to own it. It will go in the journal. Alex effed up this morning, but what did he do well? He only risked this midpoint pivot. He knew if it took this, he was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. And then I missed this. Failed to join in. Missed this. Then what? We wait. 2-leg pullback. I think I had to go here. A little bit of profit. Got back break even. It failed on me. And then I think I had to go maybe here. Break even. And then finally got back in again. And now we get the move that we were looking for this whole time. And the thesis was there the whole time. If you knew, right, we wanted to build out bullish liquidity here to trap bears to go higher. It took a minute to shake and bake them today. Thanks, Market Stalker. Like I said, we're pulling back. The ETFs are pulling back. All right. They have fulfilled their obligation of all-time high. I think we can go higher. Well, at least previous day high. They have pre-market highs to aim for. I would like to see us take out these highs, but we're not doing it yet. So let's just move this nice and tight here. And we're going to do these giveaways now because we're into lunch, folks. So might see some bit of profit taking into lunch before it does the move. So just be careful there. Like I said, the ETFs have hit the all-time high or have hit the previous day high. It's really important you understand the importance of the ETFs. The cash market, it matters. It really, really, really matters. All right. Cash is king. That's why we trade the New York session. It is exactly why we trade the New York session. This is big, big levels up here that we're trading into right now on cash. Breakout and retest above these, and this squeeze can continue. All right. Let's do these giveaways. Thanks for joining today. Thanks for smashing that like button. Lots of new players on stream today. It's been great to have some new guys on stream. All right. So the first thing we will do is we will give away an Apex account. Don't do anything yet. Don't do anything yet because it won't count, all right? I know you regulars, you get too excited and jump the gun. Just wait. Okay, so I'm going to give away 1 Apex account and we'll give away 3 free introduction to trading and investing courses. If you don't want the course, you can give it away to a member of family or friends, or if you just don't want it and you want me to re-roll, you can just say that as well. If you want to just give it to someone else in here, you can say that. All right, Apex account first. You know the score. What gets you 80% off with Apex and most prop firms? The code you use is FCT. Type it in chat now. We will give away an Apex account for you guys. So FCT, only need to type it once. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to do that. A little bit of excess left above value right now. I want to see this breakout. We're holding flow zones really good. I want to see this do that little inverted. The same thing we always look for. A trap under here. Dum, 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 dum. I'm not going to add, but that's what I want the market to do. If we can't get above this, we have left excess up here. We are open to a rotation and we are thin in here. All right, so if we fail IB, I expect this very quickly. Maybe we do something like this. Right, if it doesn't take it out now, maybe it needs some depth to it before coming back up. Okay, 10 more seconds, and then we're going to do a poll. All right, let's choose a winner. It's going to be announced in chat. You will see it do it auto. There you go. Alibaba is the winner. Alibaba. Are you in chat, Alibaba? Are you here? Are you here, Alibaba? Let me know in chat that you are here. You have 1 minute to let me know you're here. There you are, Alibaba. All right, what you need to do is email me, info@flowzonetrader.com. Send me a screenshot of your main page on YouTube so I know it's you, and I will sort you out with an account. I'll sort you out with an Apex account. We're going to do another giveaway here. So info@flowzonetrader.com. Looks like it's trying to do that move we just talked about. All right. Set up this next one. Sorry, it's going to take a second here. Okay, the code for this is not as an insult or anything, but this is what the course was made for. It was made for newer traders. So the code is noob. Type noob in chat. I'm going to give away 3 of these accounts. If you type noob in chat, NEWB, I will give away 3 of these courses. They're beginner courses. NEWB, noob, not noob, noob, NEWB. All right, some of you have already done the advanced course, probably won't want to do this course. Like I said, if you've already done the advanced course, or if you're already very familiar with trading, you probably won't want to do this course. It is for beginners to learn how to invest and trade, for absolute beginners to understand. Okay, 10 more seconds and we'll roll 3 winners here. We're going to roll 3 winners here. Okay, first winner is Tyre Wood. First winner is Tyre Wood. Congrats, Tyre. Let me know you're here, and then we're going to roll the next winner. Let me know you're here, Tyre. Nice, nice, nice. So same story for all you guys. Just email me, info@flowzonetrader.com, and just show me the back end so I can see it's you on your YouTube, just so I can see it's you. All right, next winner is DJ Noah. Well, Noah, you're probably going to want to give this away to someone. I think you've already done the course, but it's up to you, mate. Up to you. And our last winner is FC Mike 1969. So the three of you, just email me, or the four of you actually, info@flowzonetrader.com. Okay, Noah wants me to run it again. So we're going to do another giveaway instead of Noah. All right, let's re-roll this. Cadell Tremont. There you go, Cadell Tremont. Are you here, Cadell? Are you here, MC Mike? Cadell got it. Nice. All right, Cadell. So you win the beginner course. FC Mike, no worries. All right, Cadell, Mike, Tyrewood, and Alibaba. All of you need to email me, info@flowzonetrader.com. Just send me like a screenshot of your own YouTube page. All right, so I can see that it's you. And I'll sort you out with some codes. We can sort that out today. I'm going to give this 5 more minutes with you here and just see if we take out this high, just out of interest. Can we take out this high? Yeah, struggling a little bit. These that whole number, man, the 800s, whole number is the pain point for the ES. Not such a bad day in the end. Not huge, not huge. Only traded 3 accounts here. But given how frustrated I was, I'll take it. I will take it. And due a payout. I love the daily payouts on Take Profit. Is anyone else doing that? They are so good. I'm going to get fully funded with them and load up. They are so, so good. Take Profit for that. Really, like, it's so nice to make money and draw it out straight away, and draw it out straight away, and draw it out straight away. This will be the 3rd day in a row. Trying the evaluation now. Yeah, they're really good, Richard. I really like them. Especially once you're past the buffer. Give it a couple more minutes, just in case we take that high. We're very, very close, but it's so far failing to do it. We did take the H1, H4. Remember, we talked about that H1. Oh, I'm going to do it like this. Always forget that one here. All right, we did just take this liquidity out. You can see now how I build these blocks. All right, so supply started here. We've taken out this H1 level here. The only thing right now is this all-time high. If we can get acceptance above this H1, we'll go for all-time high. We are leaving. What I'd be careful of is if we take that and we fail, we probably come back down into here at some point. All right, into here. And then we can see if we want to rebid tomorrow or if that is a failed auction, and we go all the way like we have every time we've done this. Think about every time we've made a new high, we failed and failed and failed and failed and failed, right? That's very, very possible. Doesn't have to be today, could be tomorrow, could not happen at all. They could turn the booster jets on and decide today is the day we're going for a pumperama. There we go. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Come on, baby. It's a big shove there. Come on, you know what you want to do. I want to sing, what are they called? Offspring? I always think of that when it shoves up like that. Take care, Amalabi. Nice one, Contorted. Nice one, Noah. John, didn't you win the other day, John? Didn't you win the other day? and we like did it again anyway. We respun it today because Noah's kind. Take care, Richard. You lot, honestly. Honestly. Come on, all we're looking is for that high. All we're looking for is for that high. Come on, give it to the chat. Final TP, give it to the chat. Don't you dare come short of that. We've got sellers up there now as well, which is great. We've got liquidity. Have they added any above? Oh, they have. Well, that's what I like to see. They're looking for an extension through it. GC on a flyer, isn't it? Yeah. Now it's based above 4,000. We can have a look at GC if you want. I still think it's got room, because what's happened here is the same story of everyone has piled in at 4,000 thinking it's a short, because they're like, oh, we're overextended. But I think it has some more room. 22s. And if we go for the bigger move out of this sort of yearly consolidation, same kind of level. 3 sigma will be 478. And let's do this one. And then I just do one more afterwards. 4281. So those are kind of 4200 looks like a big level. And then let's do one more. Where are you, Mr. Fib? Measured move for that shoulder breakout. Let's just make sure that's correct. Got to get that nice and tight. 4290, right? 4290. It looks good for more. I know it's extended and it's due a pullback, but why are we going higher? The same reason as always. What does that come in at? Honestly. It is nuts when you look at the Dixie right now, unless we've turned around today. I mean, we don't want to see it, but the expectation right now is that this will happen if GC keeps going up, And all the time we do this, then stocks can keep going up as well. And the only other thing we're looking at is right here. Why has it moved this again? This is what happened yesterday. Oh no, it's in the right place. Okay, got scared there for a minute. So once this happens, all hell is going to break loose in this market. This is very unusual. There's lots of very unusual things happening at the moment in this market. You have to understand this is unprecedented times. Like, this is not normal, all right? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is not normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are monthly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did it last happen? 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big pullback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just don't do it. 1, 2, 3. It just doesn't happen. Guess where it happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Light pullback 6, 7. Dumperama. All right. This is not normal. On a monthly, I'm looking at. It is not normal what we're seeing here. It really is not more normal. It is asking for a big pullback. It's gonna come. It's just a question of when. But like I said, all the time that people keep guessing tops, we're gonna keep pushing highs. It's just how the market works. Right? If you keep guessing tops, you're going to become the liquidity. We're going to keep pushing you out. It's annoying because I want to buy on dips higher time frame, but it's just never going to allow me to get in at the moment. And that's That's also the key right now. At some point, people will come flying in. Nice capped. Good to hear. Good to hear. Take care, everyone. Yeah, you should all be nicely green today. It ended up being a really nice day. I think some of you got long here, which was really good. And if you added here, that's where I should have got in. That's just silly. But eventually, this plays out for us. Really nice. Can we get this last little shove? Still not huge, is it? But the RR under that swing is pretty good. 11R on the runner. Here we go. Don't you fucking dare miss it. 3, 2, 1. Do it. Do it. Do it. Just go and take it. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. Let's go. How shy are we there? 2 points? Come on, NQ. You're such a little... We're going to have like one just swipe up in a minute, and then that'll be it. Like now. Like now. Now. Do it now. It's a 50 lot there. It's 48 lot, actually. Just go and fill him now. I don't care after that. I literally don't care after that. All I want is for you to fill this. 20% correction, maybe, Peter. I mean, that would be nice. 10 to 11% is the normal pullback. Deeper would be magnificent. Come on! Yeah! Come on! Thank you. Done with this. Posting this on Twitter. You guys can help me. I'm going to post this. You can share it. Banger of a trade. Let's fucking go. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. All right, help me out, folks. Do me a favor, as I've been here all day. Just posted that on my Twitter. Go and repost it for me. At Flowzone Trader on Twitter. That's all you got to do to help me. How many RR is this? 11.5 RR. I didn't get it all. Don't just remember, I did not get it all with full size. All right, so it looks better than it is in many ways. I'm going to be honest. Profits here, and then runners. I think actually, let me check this screen. Yeah, profits here and here, and then runners. And look at that, we've taken it, and now we're failing. So at Flowzone Trader on Twitter or X, if you can follow me there, repost that most recent post. I just posted the trade we all got together. Leave me a comment underneath if you got it. I'd appreciate you. I'd appreciate you as we start to grow. And yeah, that's it, folks. We're done. We're done. You know the way I play. Low-hanging fruit's gone. We've taken low-hanging fruit. Absolutely brilliant. Job done for the day. Locking in a couple $1,000. All right, lovely jubbly. 3 accounts, and we are gonzo out of here. Peace and love, everyone. Be kind to each other. Use hard stops. All the usual stuff. Don't chase the market. Don't go on tilt. And I'll see you here tomorrow. Take care.